Okay, and we are recording. So, as I was just saying, this is my first attempt to record with my beautiful face and anybody else that wants to put theirs to it. So, which looks like it's nobody. So, hopefully, it will record at least fairly clean. I've done a few tests, so I have high hopes. High hopes, okay. All right, so let's get started. Since this is our first episode, I would like everybody to introduce yourself and just give a really quick summary of your character and, who they are. Except for Jimmy. We'll meet you at a more dramatic moment. Who wants to go first?
I guess I can go first.
Okay.
So real quick, my name is Janina. I play Jessica Warren. It was kind of a play on words of Jessica Rabbit. I kind of had her in mind, but here she was trying to not be cute. She wants to be taken seriously because otherwise people see her as being pretty and don't take her seriously. So she intentionally plays down her look by wearing glasses, even though she doesn't need them. And she's got a bit of a chip on her shoulder when it comes to people not listening to her or just believing what she has to say. That and she's a Malkavian therapist. Fun combo.
Malkavian therapist. Yeah. All right. Who's next?
Violet is Banu Hakim, and she really enjoys killing people, in a nutshell.
Okay.
And
Who's
she
next?
has a special
Okay, you
ritual.
got one.
Oh, sorry.
Go
And she
ahead.
has a special ritual that she likes to do it in. I'll put that.
Okay, I can go next. My name's Nicholas. My character is Jack Levington. I'm a Ventru detective, essentially. Uh, he's the only family man in the coterie who's trying to sort of hold on to a human life to an extent. And yeah, he's just trying to struggle through, trying to survive as a vampire, and is currently the prince of the city's private investigator.
Next.
Is that good on
Your
last one?
Yeah. Yep, you're next.
Series Jest here, and I play Hector Perez, or Pettis. He is a MMA fighter. He was like a real prodigy. Probably had a good shot to even go pro. And then, but he was carrying a secret. He came to the country as a undocumented immigrant early in his life. His parents brought him here, but he spent most of his life in El Paso and learning MMA, and he has a real gift. His future was actually kind of looking bright. They hadn't really figured ahead, how to deal with the whole getting him legal situation, but up until one night while he's at 18 years old, they're out and celebrating one of his friends birthdays, and he gets into a fight protecting one of his friends and gets arrested, and they find out he's an illegal immigrant, and they throw him in a detention center. While he's there, this is a horrible detention center, all kinds of injustices going on. The guards kind of subject him to a fight ring where he refuses to fight this somebody he's befriended, so they sit dogs on him. They take his hand, they take half of his right hand. And then while he's there, there's a Bruja vampire, and Enriquez, who's known, in the center, has been sneaking around. They call him El Cucuy, and he turns Hector when Hector's been he's beaten beyond recognition, probably laying there in critical condition. He says, "Do you want any revenge?" And Hector said, accepts it, and then goes, crazy and or goes into bloodlust, wipes out a bunch of the facility. We don't know story-wise what Enriquez did with the rest of the facility. And then since then, Hector's just kind of been dealing with, all of the angst you would imagine from an 18-year-old who goes from, one situation, have his life completely flipped upside down, and now he's living undead and trying to balance that. So that's where we are. I mean, he's the hothead of the group, I think.
He's the hothead of the group. Yeah.
Right.
Okay. And of course, I am Sestonn, your storyteller, and I'm here to bring us into the world of darkness. So that's I wrote a little monologue to open us up. So let me read this. Okay. So, the world of darkness. We've gone through all the introductions. No one can be trusted. Everyone has their own plans. Mortal, kindred, it doesn't matter. But now that those introductions are over, it's time to reintroduce you to the world of darkness. Things that mattered but were on the back burner are going to come forward. Humanity, convictions, stains, hunger, the beast, and frenzy. Other things that we never really touched on are going to prove important, and it's up to you to make them strengths or weaknesses. Status, social combat, the politicking, intrigue, and backstabbing of kindred society. The ability to keep secrets is your greatest weapon. When you don't know who your enemies are, you can't let them know who you are. If they know your touchstones, they know your weakness. If they know where you sleep, they know you at your weakest. This is Vampire the Masquerade. This is the world of darkness. Okay, and let me move you into our new setup page. Episode 1, Establishment. 20 years have passed since the embrace of Jack, Mila, Hector, and Jessica. In their first month, they destroyed a pack of Sabbat, found and saved Prince James while he was in torpor, and assisted in the capture of a strange being claiming to be an angel of the second house of the heavens. Since then, things have slowed down. Each fledgling spent time with their sire and learned the ways of the kindred and the responsibilities that were expected of them. Jack accepted a job working as Prince James' personal private investigator, often working side by side with the prince's sheriff, a title that changed hands twice. Jessica started a new practice with a new name and was able to continue her mortal studies. Hector joined with the Anarchs and even helped establish a true Anarch barony in Austin, Texas, before returning to El Paso. Mila traveled the country with her sire and her sire's sire, where they hunted an infernal vampire by the name of Lucas before returning to settle in El Paso. 2 weeks ago, the four of them were made into a coterie. The Spines of the Cactus, Watchmen of the Kindred of El Paso. A coterie combined with the resources of both Camarilla and Anarch forces in the city. They are to work outside of the politics and protect kindred society from those that would destroy it, namely the Sabbat, the Lupines, and the Second Inquisition. Status came with the new coterie, status that none of them were prepared for, and now every kindred in the city has eyes on them. But tonight was a night for action, not politics. It was time for the new coterie to prove itself to the kindred that support it. A Sabbat pack has been discovered just a few blocks from the coterie's own territory. The investigations were complete. The backup was called in, and now the Spines of the Cactus are ready, supported by Sheriff Alex Ortiz, Rudolfo Martinez of the Clan La Sombra, and Enriquez and Tujax, each an enforcer for their respective Anarch Baron. This raid was a cooperation between Prince James, Baron Valentina, and Baron Vincent. Tujax kicks in the front door. Gunshots erupt. The kindred of El Paso react faster than mortal eyes can see. And now, there's silence. Okay, you guys are inside the main hall of this house, and the house is unfurnished, unkept. There are 3 bodies of people who reacted violently when the door was kicked in. But they went down too quickly to be kindred.
Okay, who was designated lead on this raid, if anyone was?
That's you.
Okay, what's
your coterie. They are here in support. And the understanding
Okay, cool.
is that eventually you guys will be doing this without them. But you're new and you're neonats, and they want to make sure you don't die in your first mission. And I guess you guys did too, because when you know, it's really up to you how much personal you're going to get into this. Your job really is to make the investigations. It's up to you if you're going to try and, you know, clear future places like this on your own, or if you're going to ask for support from the sheriff. But at the beginning, in this situation, you guys got your support. Sheriff Alex is here with Rodolfo Martinez. 2 Jackson Enriquez are both representing their own baron.
Got it. What's the layout of this room that we've entered?
Okay, so the main door went straight into the living room. The living room has no carpet. It has no curtains on the windows. It has no furniture, except maybe an old folding chair in the corner that is already folded up. It's just leaning in the corner.
So the windows are just bare?
The windows
like if this was
Okay, there are doors that open up into a hallway that goes down the rest of the house, and then also into the kitchen and the dining room area. All the doors are open.
All the doors are open. Okay. I think we should split into 2 teams. I can take lead on one. Who would want to take lead on the other door, and we'll sort of divide up evenly.
I can.
Okay, all 3 of the professionals with you eye each other, and then they nod at each other. You know, they are of the agreement that this is your show. Since this is your first show. Maybe in future endeavors they'll take over it, but for right now they want to see how you do.
All right, how about we divide like this? If I lead one column and then Milo leads the other, we could do me, Enriquez, Rodolfo, and then Jessica, and then the other stack we can do Mila, Hector, Alex. And
okay, so I'm going to point this out to you without Sheriff Alex needing to tell you, because you're already aware of this. Rodolfo goes where Alex goes.
Okay. So
he's
then
kind
in
of
that
on
case,
probation, in a sense.
Why don't we have the Anarchs, the 2 Anarchs, 2 Jackson Enriquez go with Hector and Mila, and then the 2 Carmilla will go with me and Jessica. Is that okay, everybody?
Yes.
As a side note, does Mila need to make a roll or something for her thing?
Oh, yes. Yes,
okay.
You do.
What do I roll for that?
I don't remember. Whatever I told you.
I don't remember. Let me go look in my thing real quick. So we'll do Jack's part first while I go look this up.
Okay, I'll stack up. Well, the door's not closed, so if we're just keeping a tight column, I'll roll into the first room. So you said one was the kitchen and one was the hallway?
Yeah.
So I'll take the hallway.
One goes into the hallway, one goes into the kitchen or the dining room.
Okay, I'll take hallway. So I'll roll in first right, and whoever's behind me, they need to roll left.
Okay. The hallway has 3 doors, 2 on the right, 1 on the left, and straight down is the bathroom. You can tell it's the bathroom. There's a mirror staring back at you.
So this is like a 4-way intersection almost?
No, it's it's a hallway. There are 2 bedroom doors on the right side, 1 bedroom door on the left side, and the bathroom door is straight ahead. All the doors are open.
Okay, all the doors are open. Okay, so first thing I'm going to do...
From the bathroom, the bathroom has with the bathroom doors open, and right in front of is the bathroom sink with a big window, a big mirror over it, and the mirror is looking back at you. And you do notice, as you're moving down the hall, that all of you have a reflection except for Rudolfo. He has no reflection.
All of us do have one?
Yes, everybody except for Rudolfo. Clan Lasombra does not have a reflection.
Okay, I'm gonna first go into that bathroom, clear that bathroom.
Okay, well, the bathroom's at the end of the hall.
Oh,
So
the bathroom's at the end. Okay.
You'll actually be heading there last, I imagine.
Okay, in that case...
So your first door is the first one on the right.
What time is it?
So
it's about 10 in the night.
Okay, let's start with...
I'm sorry, hold on. I have a couple of questions really fast, just so that we all about things we observed. These windows, you said they're open, but there's no coverings over them to allow them to be closed during the daytime. Am I understanding that right?
No, there is not.
Like, it's not like the curtains are drawn. There are no curtains, so these windows stay open all the time.
Not in the living room.
So one of the things that Hector will point out is, hey, look for an entrance to some kind of basement or something like that.
Yeah.
All right, and then at the same time, Hector will fall right in behind Mila, put his hand on her shoulder, and say, "You could lead us in if you want, or I could tank it in there, and you could come in right behind me. Your call." Toward the kitchen.
Yeah, you can. That's fine. If you want to go, I'll follow behind you.
All right. This way, if anything comes hard, I'll take the brunt of it, and you can come in and work your magic behind me.
Gotcha.
All right. So we head toward we stack up outside the kitchen, and I'll let Jack take over his crew and go through what happens, and then we'll talk about ours.
First bedroom, door on the right.
Hold on. You said there was 1 on the left and 2 on the right, right?
Yes. The first
door
we're gonna
start with
the one
going
down the hallway is one of the ones on the right.
Well, we're gonna turn left actually to go to the one towards like the one on the left side, that single door, so we can just get that cleared.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go with Rudolfo, and we're gonna post Sheriff Alex to basically face towards the other end of the hallway to keep us covered, and we're gonna head down that way so we can clear that first bedroom on the left. So me and him are gonna bust in together.
Okay, like I said, the door is open, so you go in. It does have blackout curtains and even a blanket stuffed into the crease above the blackout curtain, blocking out any light that would come in from above the curtain. There are a couple of cots and an air mattress on the floor.
Okay. Do I see any places in this room that are hiding places? Any place where someone could
jump out of? There is a closet. The closet door is closed. It's a sliding door closet.
Okay. I'm gonna gesture to Rodolfo to slide when I give him the signal, and I've got my 1911 ready.
Okay, he steps up. He's watching you, puts his hand on the door. He's watching you, waiting for the signal.
Signal, go.
Okay, and he opens it. It's an empty closet. There's a couple of coat hangers dangling from the, whatever you call the beam, where you would hang close.
Okay, I'll just sort of lean in a bit, make sure that there's nothing like up above if it's a high closet or anything.
No.
Okay.
Okay, Jessica is with you guys, right?
We'll head back in.
Does Jessica have Sense the Unseen on?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's my default going into anything like this.
Okay. You still don't see anything? But I was just
Okay.
making sure that you realize you have.
Yeah. I will say in terms of formation, Jessica, if you're okay with it, we'll try to sort of keep you as like the third, like sort of in the middle.
Well, I was figuring I'd probably be in the hallway outside the door, just waiting for you guys to say if you wanted me to come in or not.
Yeah, it's just because you're not like the big fighter. So.
Hey, you taught me how to use a gun, so that's actually
true.
kind of cool. I feel better about that though.
So we're gonna start heading back down where we're gonna meet up with Alex, and then we're gonna head down the right side of the hallway.
Okay.
So if we want to switch back perspectives.
Okay. Before we do that, Jimmy, I don't know what your character's name is. You hear footsteps from several people above you. From the floor above you. You are tied to the wall. You're shackled to the wall. There are chain shackles that are linked into the stone wall, and you're shackled to it. You don't have very much movement. So it's up to you if you want to say anything or do anything in this quick scene.
Oh, okay.
So we all just kind of like suddenly hear the noises. Or...
You guys
Well, I
are
was gonna
making
say,
the noises.
can I bang my head against the?
Oh, okay.
Am I gagged?
No, you're not gagged. No, they like making fun of you, and they want to hear you talking back to them, or at least failing to talk back at them. You are not gagged.
Okay, but I'm still kind of okay. So I guess I would let out a loud groan, a moan, because I'm assuming I'm too hungry to think and make coherent words.
Yeah, you don't. Yeah, you're very hungry, and your whole body aches. It's just screaming in pain. Okay. Okay, back to the bedroom. Everybody that was Jack and Jessica, make me a wits and awareness roll.
Did wits plus awareness?
Yes. Or awareness plus wits is easier to pull up.
Okay, while they're doing that, we decided you said roll a die, and then 1 to 3, you suffer it, or 2 dice, but on a 1 only.
Okay.
So what do I do?
I don't know. Do what I said.
I don't know what 1 die means.
It's 1d10.
And then it says a 1 to 3 or 2 dice, but on a 1 only.
All right. I'm gonna have to look it up.
Yeah,
Where
that's
is it?
what you messaged. But now that I'm seeing it, it's wrong.
Okay,
It's in
where is
text
it?
messages. I saw it in text messages.
Oh, okay. Well,
That's what you.
didn't I post it in the Discord pins?
Oh, you might have. Let me check.
Also, can I take this opportunity to ask a couple more questions? Wait, did you say this
Yes.
is a 2-story house?
No.
Not counting the basement? Because you
No.
said they heard something on the ceiling, like coming from the ceiling.
Jimmy did.
No, the mystery character that we don't know about yet.
Oh, okay. So there is a
Yeah.
okay. We don't know there's a basement yet, but there is one.
Yes, exactly.
Okay. And then the other thing.
We already decided we were going to be looking for.
Yeah, and the other thing is, when we came in, you said those 3 figures that went down and everything. I'm assuming somebody checked them to see if they were dead. Or like, are they definitely dead?
Yeah.
Or
No,
is this
you
something
guys
that,
checked
you
them.
know?
They're dead.
Okay. All right, just making sure.
They're dead. They were mortal.
were
they could have been ghouls,
were they
but they
armed?
are mortal. They were armed. Yes.
Were they armed?
Yes.
With what?
One of them had a shotgun, and 2 of them had, I don't know, like classic thug pistols.
Okay.
They were probably even
And
holding them sideways, like retards.
And can I ask you one thing about my character that, I'm
Yes.
sorry, it's been a busy week. We probably should have talked about this in advance, but 20 years in the future with half Hector's hand going, being gone or whatever, he would have adapted by kind of having different things that he could fit on to that to that hand. So I'm thinking if we were going in to fight vampires, I'd want to put some kind of stake on that hand.
Okay.
That
you,
would be what is
You
silver,
got a wooden stake attachment to your right hand?
Well,
Sure.
well, is silver damaging to vampires? I forgot. We talked
No.
about this. What would be the
Not
most
in-
harmful material?
Fire.
What's that?
Fire. Staking
You
is
said fire.
only...
Well,
yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, you don't want. You're not going to do that.
On a
Staking
plate
going with
vampire, wood does not do any kind of extra damage. You have to make a stake roll, but you could have a stake hand. Sure. It's a
I don't know.
called
I mean, this
shot.
would be something that you probably wouldn't let me just like think of on the spot. But I would say if I could have some kind of torch device on that hand,
You aren't going to
I'd be
want
holding
it.
it.
Every
What's
time
that?
you have fire in your face, you have to make a frenzy check.
Oh, okay, all right. Then stake it is. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, you
So
are
it doesn't matter if the
naturally
stake is
afraid of
silver.
fire. Fire is
Okay, so
like
it doesn't.
crazy bad. It's bad. Fire
Would-
bad.
Would silver be would do less damage to a vampire than wood, stake wise?
No, it's going to do the same.
No. Okay, so I just if it's okay for me to have like a silver attachment on that hand as a stake, that
Okay.
that would be
Well,
okay. Great.
A silver stake is not going to stake a vampire.
Oh, it's not okay. Then wood.
Yeah.
So it has to be wood.
Damage is going to be the same, but it's not going to stake a vampire.
Okay, then I'd use wood then.
Our
And-
worst enemy, pointy wood.
I assume you have some kind of button to push. You got some kind of button to push on there so you could leave the stake inside them because you pull that shit back out and they're not staked anymore.
Right. No, yeah,
Okay.
definitely. I could dislodge it with the
With
other
your
hand or
fake
whatever.
stiletto.
Right.
Yeah,
Well,
it's-
so like remember, my hands have been severed at the halfway mark. So like I can like flex the muscle there. There's just parts of the fingers. Most of the fingers are missing or whatever. So I can grip from the inside. That's basically kind of what I'm doing. I'm gripping from the inside, and then I can kind of let it go and dislodge. Right. I'm thinking.
Yeah, I'm seeing something like a glove that gives you one long Wolverine spike coming out of it. Only it's
Yeah.
not bone, it's wood. It'll
Right.
be probably like 18 inches long or so,
Yeah, that works.
so that you could try to punch and stake somebody. I mean, your hand isn't really. You've learned to fight with your left perfectly by now, so
Right.
okay.
Jeez.
I don't have time to look for your thing, Lynn. So what I remember was that you make a D10 roll,
I found it.
and if you roll a
Can you
1,
not hear me, or
what? I
She
hear
found
you.
it.
Yes.
Found it.
She found it.
I
Did you?
found it? I wrote it down.
Okay.
So it's roll a die. What die is that?
There's a.
D10.
We only have D10s in this game,
Oh, okay.
so it's a D10.
Did it roll?
Yes, you rolled
Yeah.
a 3.
Yes.
Now you rolled a 2.
Then,
I'm
Use the-
taking that 3. That's the first one I rolled, right?
Yes.
right.
Okay.
Okay. What
didn't-
did that do? Are you normal?
Yeah, 3 is normal. 2 is
Okay.
not.
Okay.
Well, 2 is not, but it's still not bad.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Now, I got sidetracked. So where are we? What's going on?
Sorry.
I think we should go to Hector and Mila and the anarchs going in the
okay.
kitchen.
Yeah, you guys are going into the kitchen. The
Okay.
kitchen
I
is
just
a
hadn't
mess.
because it changes how I would do this.
The kitchen has a stack of dirty pots,
Huh.
like 12 dirty pots,
Ooh. Okay.
and it's the stove has been cooked. They've used it with all of these pots. Nobody's wiped it down. It's really gross. It doesn't bother you guys too much because you just human food doesn't do that to you anymore.
Right.
But from a human's perspective, these guys suck at cleaning up their mess.
By the way, since Hector was leading the way in there, the first thing he would have done is he would have yelled "Nacho!" and then did a roll into the kitchen, looking around real tactically, like
Okay.
ready to punch somebody with a stake.
Okay.
And then if there's nothing in there, he'll just shout "Clear, kitchen clear."
How
You can
audible
see
was
it,
that
you can-
nacho?
That's up to him. How audible is
Yeah,
that?
what?
As he announces to the rest of the house the progress,
I
in
think he
case
did,
there's
yeah.
any bug guys.
Well,
What's
And
that?
then,
Oh, clear.
wait a minute.
Not choke. And then,
About
clear. Exactly.
2
That's
minutes
exactly.
2 minutes ago, there were gunshots. So
Yeah.
anybody
Yeah,
around knows
I'm not
that
worried
you guys
about
are
alerting
here,
it.
so,
Yeah,
right.
exactly.
Yeah. Um,
okay.
and from here, you can see into the dining room. And the dining room has no table. It does have a couple of folding chairs that are open and a TV tray with a TV on it. And the TV is plugged into the wall. It's off, but it is plugged into the wall. There's also an Xbox right there with it.
All right. So can we see the entire living room from the kitchen?
Yes.
Okay, so that's clear as well. There's nothing in there.
Nope, you guys don't see anything. The only
Dining
other way
room
to
clear.
go was the hallway that they went. Everything is clear
Okay,
on this side.
so we say, all right. So I shout out this side clear, heading back to hallway, right?
we
And then
hear any of the moaning sounds that he made?
Did you make your alertness roll? Your wits and awareness roll? OPK, whatever. Did either of you guys make that roll?
Oh my God.
When I rolled,
Oh,
I
you
got
did.
a 2.
You got 2 successes. Jessica rolled.
Mhm.
You got 4 successes.
why does this look different?
5.
Yeah, okay, never mind.
Okay. We'll say that both Jessica and Mila hear something from underneath. It sounded like.
What about?
Go ahead and do it again, Jimmy.
I'm sorry.
It sounded like.
Ah.
There you go.
Ah.
But all muffled, like it's going through a foot of concrete.
Okay.
Jack didn't hear it.
What about Hector? He just rolled.
No, you guys were in the kitchen. It's too far.
Oh, wait, but wasn't Milo
I
with me?
rolled.
Oh yeah, Mila's with you. Yeah.
Okay.
So Jessica heard it. So Jessica told you guys. That's right.
Yeah.
Mila's with you.
Did we lose? Is that an old message from Gina? From Janina?
Yeah, she. I don't know. I see her. She's back. Hi.
Okay.
It's
She's
probably
looks
whatever.
like she's on the phone. Or
Okay.
something. She's talking and we're not hearing it. So.
See her on my screen.
I see her on my screen too.
Anyway.
She said she has some emergency, so she's probably talking
Yeah,
to
it's
them.
probably something she's handling
Yeah.
over the phone or something, whatever it is.
She'll be back when she's
Um,
back. Anyway,
Yeah.
she says, "I think I hear something." Only she said it in a completely Jessica way.
So did we cleared all of our sides and kind of met up back in the middle again?
Yeah, you guys cleared the kitchen and the dining room, as they cleared that bedroom and the closet. So you guys are coming back.
Yeah, when we double back towards the place where I posted Alex to cover, we'd see you walking back.
Okay.
So you guys just integrate into the back of the stack.
And she says she heard something underneath us.
Yeah, she heard something from underneath. In
Okay.
fact, she stomped the ground. So,
Okay.
Jimmy, you hear somebody stomping at the ground above you. It kind of wakes you from your haze just a little bit, helps you focus.
Okay, so I groan louder and I start banging my head against the wall, trying to make as much noise as possible.
Okay.
Okay.
Jack hears,
Hearing.
since you're all quiet and trying to hear what Jessica's pointing out, you think you hear something hitting a wall underneath
Okay.
you.
I'm just gonna. We got to keep clearing, and once we clear, we'll head down there if we find it. Don't get distracted. Maintain the tactical maneuvers that keep us safe, and then I'm gonna keep leading the stack down, and me and the sheriff are gonna roll into that first bedroom,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna gesture for
the other group to move to the other.
for Hector's group, yeah, to then continue, and they're gonna roll into the next room.
Okay.
Okay.
So,
Okay, so
me,
the
me and Alex in the first bedroom on the right.
Okay, the first bedroom on the right. It's pretty close to exactly the same. There's not really anything of significance, but there's a cot, an air mattress. Maybe there's another air mattress that's all rolled up because nobody threw it out after it stopped working so well. There's a plate of old food and a pizza box, and
Okay.
and we'll say in this room there's like a 60-inch HD TV with an Xbox plugged into it.
Okay.
And they're
Any
both off.
closet or anything like that?
And there's a closet, the same.
Okay, same
The
maneuver.
closet is half open.
Okay. Same thing. He's gonna slowly pull it out. I'm gonna have my gun drawn.
Okay.
And since we've got more people, I'm gonna have Rodolfo in there with us too. So we're gonna have double guns drawn.
Okay.
I'm going to activate prowess, by the way. I
Okay.
would have probably already done that.
Yeah, you probably
There's my
did
rouse
already.
check. Yeah. This is my rouse check.
Yep.
Hunger game.
That was it, right?
Yep.
Wait,
That's the-
did I get a hunger game? I got a hunger game. Damn it.
Yeah, if you get between 1 and 5, you gain hunger. You need a 6 or higher to avoid it.
Okay. So I'm a hunger 2 now?
Didn't I start you at hunger 2?
Oh, did you?
I think I did.
I think our default's 2.
No, you
Really?
guys are all on default 1. I think I started Hector on default 2 because he has to feed 2 ghouls every week.
Oh, okay. Then I go to 3. I thought that was
I
a mistake.
assumed that
cleared it.
that your 8 ghouls you split up to try to do 2 every week.
Yeah.
To make it easier on yourself instead of having to overhunt everything, all in one night or over a few nights. It's easiest if you do 2 every week.
By the way, I would have brought this army, right? Just had them sit outside.
Okay, then yeah.
Further notice. Yeah, those 8 are just kind of like in a van.
Well,
in a Oso
it's
MMA,
8
angry Oso MMA van.
It's 8 if you brought Gustavo. It's 7 if you didn't bring him.
Yeah, I'm bringing the whole crew. We need to establish cohesiveness.
Yeah.
And plus, they love me. So if I'm like, hey, a couple of you are coming, like, we're all coming.
Yep.
So,
Uh,
so yeah, but they're outside.
Yeah, so
she
they're
posted in the
they're
Discord
outside.
what it was.
Did we lose somebody?
She said what?
I was saying Janina posted in the Discord what the emergency was.
Oh, okay.
Okay, let me take a look.
Let you read that. Well, I don't know who they are, but I'm sure you do.
Okay.
Oh.
I can't type very fast because my computer's doing too many things. Hopefully, it's recording.
You want to pause this while you handle that?
Well, I mean, no, that's her business. Why don't I just try to open? I don't know what you're doing, computer. Go back. What? Why do you have all of these windows open? That's not keeping us going fast. Okay, there we go.
All right. So if Jack's room is clear,
yeah.
If Jack's room is clear, I can we can go to. So which room was the one we're supposed to be taking?
Okay, there's only one more room left. It's on the right at the end of the hall, and then the hall also at the bathroom goes to the left. It goes to the left into the garage. That door is closed.
Okay, well, so Hector's running at that door and breaking it down and yells "Bazinga!" as he rolls in there.
At which door is the?
At the last one in this hallway.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
The bedroom.
Okay, so the third bedroom or the garage?
The one the third bedroom. That's the one our
bedroom.
group is supposed to be
Okay.
taking. So I just break that door open with a shoulder to it.
Okay, well, I mean, it's already open, so yeah, you swing it, it bounces off the wall, off the tinge.
Right. And I definitely yell "Bazinga!"
Yeah, there's nobody
and
in
look
here.
around. Is there no way in there? I go, clear!
Yeah, there's nobody in there. There is a TV, and it's on, and it's got a Call of Duty game on there, which you probably don't recognize, but and it's on pause, or it's, it's just on. It's not on pause. It's just on. And
Hector is Call of Duty.
Yeah, even if you played that shit 20 years ago, you still probably aren't really gonna recognize it. But some fucking game is on, and the controller is just sitting there. But the controller is asleep now. I mean, you probably don't recognize that either, but it's been a little while. And then there's a couple of air mattresses in here, and like a pizza box that has an old slice of pizza left in it, and a couple of dirty dishes from
your food's here.
Other things.
Your food.
But yeah, for the most part, there's nothing in there. There are curtains on the door, blackout curtains, and there's a blanket shoved into the top of the blackout curtain so that no light comes out from the top either.
Can I scan the floor for what looks like any loose floorboards or any kind of secret panel to a basement?
Okay, you can make an investigation check if you'd like, but you don't find anything. Even if you roll like 10 successes, you're not going to find anything. But if you want to roll just to, for the story of it, go for it.
No, I mean,
both of you guys' rooms are empty.
I look for it and I don't find it.
Okay.
Alright.
Then let's continue on to the...
Yeah, at the bathroom, the hallway turns to the left and goes to the garage. And the door is closed.
Gonna quickly go in the bathroom, make sure nothing in here.
Nobody has cleaned that fucking toilet in months, and it's like growing moss and mold on it. Yeah. Yeah.
Hector quips, meth heads, huh?
These guys suck.
Garage next?
Yep.
All right, and then again, he takes a running start from the hallway. Hector runs to the garage door. He goes, "Get to the chopper!" And he busts the door open.
Jack's gonna get the group to run with him to try to catch up, so this guy doesn't get destroyed once he enters.
All right, he shoulders his way through a locked door, but it is a wooden door, and right now he's buff as fuck, so it just crashes and splinters. And he kind of breaks it from the middle. Stumble a little bit as you just push your way through, and yeah, it's open. So the garage,
quickly scanning to see if any mistake anyone.
The garage has an old car. I don't know what it is. Use your imagination. The hood is up. The engine is out, and they're doing some work on it. And
let's call it Chevy Impala.
Sure. Okay. And there is a basement, a ladder that goes down into the basement over in the corner, and it's just open.
Okay. Once me and the rest of the group gets in. Damn it, Hector, you're gonna get yourself killed.
Actually, no, it's not open.
I'm a tank, buddy.
It's closed, but it's not hiding. It's not locked either, but it is closed. There's a door, I don't know what you call an up and down door, like a trap door, but it's not locked, but it is closed. It had to be closed, or he would have heard you better.
Okay.
But and it's not hiding. It's an obvious, it's an obvious basement entrance.
All right, guys. Ladder. This is a tactical nightmare. There's no good way about it, but because we are what we are, I think we can take the drop. So
I'll jump down there first if you want, and just take whatever damage people are trying to throw at me. Just follow close on my heels.
Why don't I just go down there invisible and quiet, and they don't even know I'm coming down?
All right, that's fine. We'll be ready in case we need to come down immediately.
Wait. Can I just break in here and remind everybody that we just kicked the shit out of every door in this building? They know we're here.
Well,
they're ready. If there's only one entrance in there, they're going to be waiting for you.
But she can get the jump on them if she's invisible.
Okay.
Rudolph kind of coughs. when you guys open that door, invisible or not, she's just gonna take a bunch of bullets.
Oh, there's a hatch?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the
Oh,
word.
sorry.
Hatch.
Okay. Well
That's
then,
the word I was looking
sorry,
for.
can we undo Mila's rouse check? Because that's a bad. I wouldn't have
Yeah.
suggested.
Yeah,
I
let's
wouldn't
undo.
have agreed with
We'll
that.
undo Mila's rouse check. Well, that's what basically he's saying. Let's not do that.
Yeah,
Because they know
knowing there's
we're
a
here,
hatch,
so if there are
yeah.
guys down there, they're just standing there with guns drawn. And they may
Yeah,
very
so-
well be aware that, invisible things exist.
Yeah, in that case, I'm just gonna.
Does
be
anybody
like,
have a stun grenade? Anybody bring one?
No.
No.
Ah, dang it! I should have. Jack needs to get some flashbangs. Those would
Yeah.
be really useful.
Uh-huh.
Um,
Well, since we don't have those, I'm pretty good at dodging bullets. So,
if you, well, can you shoot back down at him though?
I don't have a gun. That's not my style.
Exactly,
How about we
so-
open the hatch, let them shoot the back. We open the hatch, and this is if these guys are listening to us, it's whatever, man. But look, open this hatch, let them fucking throw out whatever they're gonna throw out, and then I'm gonna come down there and start whooping some ass. Just stay on my 6 and fucking come up behind me strong.
All right, Hector.
Okay, let's check. Let's
Fine.
change the scene.
All right.
Jimmy, you hear voices
Yes.
above you. You hear voices. You can make out a word or two, but you're not. You only like the loudest words, which are mostly coming from Hector because he's excitable. So you hear a word or two, but there are several people above you. Over at the hatch that comes down into the basement here.
Okay.
They don't sound like the people who are usually coming in and out.
Okay, so they're not. It doesn't. Okay. I think this is another form of torture, so I'm just gonna be quiet and listen. Because I'm assuming that it's another, like, they're just trying to get my hopes up.
Yep. These are the kind of motherfuckers that have you, yes. So, they may have been doing that crap to you already. They might have even done that last night. Pretended that someone was coming to save you and then come down and laugh in your face. That sounds like something they would have done. Okay, so we'll go back up. And you guys are surrounding the hatch.
At this time, I'm going to activate Fleetness, which allows me to move and react with dizzying speed. I need to do a rouse check.
Okay.
So let's see. There's my rouse.
More hunger.
Damn. Oh shit! I am super hungry now.
Are you at 4?
We knocked on the door. And then
Hector's
wait
getting
for them to
hungrier and
come up.
hungrier. Also, are you going to activate whatever dodgy bullets thing is, or is it passive? I'm going to start learning all these things.
Oh, you did. So there's all right. So celerity is not celerity. Fleetness
Rapid
is what
reflex.
allows me to move really fast, right?
Yeah.
Rapid reflexes is, I was thinking about that
It lets
as
you
well.
dodge. It lets you dodge bullets. It lets you not take a defense penalty for not having cover.
Right, that too. So, hold on a second.
It does
here.
not have a cost.
Oh, it doesn't. I could just activate it. Okay, cool.
Most level 1 powers do not have a cost. Only a handful.
All right, yeah.
of
So
them
I've
do.
got the ability to move super fast with Fleetness. I've got my prowess set up, and
Okay.
I'm ready to rock.
I'm just-
I think
I'm
so.
just gonna pop the hatch
Mechanically,
and let you-
fleetness adds to your non-combat dexterity checks. Is that right?
Right. Add the celerity rating to the user's dice pool for non-combat dexterity tests.
Okay,
But
sounds good.
let's see.
I'm just gonna open the hatch and let you Tasmanian devil your way in there.
Okay. Well, first open the hatch, and then is there anything like some kind of object in the garage, like something small that I don't know.
Sure. I mean,
that's
there's
gonna
a
make,
toolbox full of some small
All right.
objects.
All right. I'm gonna grab a wrench. All right.
Okay.
And so when he opens the hatch, I'm gonna like extend my hand over and just drop the wrench like dramatically down the ladder, and then back away and see what happens.
Okay.
So do I hear it hit the ground?
Yep. Yeah, you hear it hit the ground, and
Is there
no
any-
gunshots go off or anything.
Okay.
Okay,
Does it sound
Jimmy-
really far down, or did it?
No, it sounded like 10 feet or so. 10 feet, 12 feet, something like that. So,
Oh, so
Jimmy,
that's something he can. That's a jump.
Yeah. Jimmy, the
Yes.
the hatch.
Yes.
The hatch opens and a little bit of light comes into your basement, and then a wrench comes down with force, like somebody threw it.
I didn't throw it hard. I just dropped it in there. I made like
Okay,
a show.
And then a wrench
about
comes
it, too.
down.
Like I stretched my
Rattles
hand
on
out
the
and
ground.
dropped it.
Okay. No, unless you're gonna say something.
I flinched pretty hard.
Okay.
I mean, I flinched pretty hard and closed my eyes because I have an idea of what's coming.
Okay. Then we'll go back up. Okay.
All right.
There was
I'm
no
just straight
reaction to
jumping
the
down
wrench.
there. All right. I immediately jump down there with my fleetness on and drop into a parkour roll at the bottom.
Okay,
and then
make me
come
a
up.
dexterity athletics roll and use your celerity onto it.
All right. Dexterity, athletics, and then add. You said the celerity should be
celerity value is.
fleetness. I believe that's 2, right?
I
I
don't
think
know.
that fleetness is 2. All
Fleet,
right.
it adds your celerity, whatever your celerity is. I believe
Oh.
fleetness is a level 2 power.
Yeah, it
So it's
is.
probably 2 celerity.
I got
that you
2.
have.
This was
Yeah.
my character sheet says.
Then yep.
Oh,
All right.
Okay. Yeah.
God damn.
that's a perfect roll.
Okay. So that's a perfect roll, except it's a messy critical because his criticals came out of his hunger.
No.
Okay. So,
Okay, so this time I was gonna shout. By the way, as I dropped down in Parker Roy, I said, "Say hello to my little friend," and then I jumped down there.
Okay. So let's see.
He's into movie quotes.
Do you
lately.
have
That's what he's doing.
Do you have a suggestion of how you can jump your way down there where your beast did it for you? It was the beast, not Hector, that made this jump.
Okay, and it's all right. So
You did it in a wild, violent way.
okay, so he jumps down into like a side roll, immediately grabs the ladder, rips it off of like the hatch, and then takes a wild swing into the dark with the ladder to immediately catch anybody standing there.
Yeah.
Is that messy enough, or-
You smash the ladder up against the wall, and then you just turn and roar. "Arrgh!" And you're all ready to fight. In fucking beast mode. "Arrgh!" Like you're... And with your hunger, you're so close to frenzy and just kill everything down here. And nothing fucking reacts.
Is there any light down there? Like, can I see?
There is no... You can see a light switch from the beam of light coming down from the top. But there's... So
Okay.
there are lights down here. They're just off. It is darkness, except that you're kind of standing in the beam of light coming from the hatch above.
And I'm too far gone at this point to think about the light. I think.
You get it.
I'm
you
just
get it
going
back.
like,
It's-
no, fuck that!
yeah.
Come and get me. Oh yeah.
Yeah, you get it back. I mean, just a few seconds, and then nothing happened, and you calm down, and you can turn the light on if you want.
All right. So after
this
all that,
point,
I
I
don't
would've,
understand. I just flip the light
Okay,
and I go.
what does-
I guess it's cool, guys.
What does Jimmy do?
Yeah, I'm just gonna
was
come
it my
in.
turn?
I come in
Yeah.
with my shotgun.
What
With
do
the
you
light
do
on it.
when he jumps down here? You hear somebody jump down here. The light doesn't turn on. There's a big crash of wood, and somebody roars like he's ready to fight and rip something apart. Do you just stay cowering in the corner?
I think that since somebody's actually there and I've been tortured and I'm being stubborn, I would actually growl back. But it's so weak and wussy
Okay.
and
All right, so you
exhausted and defeated. It's not much.
all right, you try to make a stand. You get up to your feet and give this half growl, half whimper back. That's all pain and hunger.
Yes.
Yep. Okay, so that's what you hear, Hector, and then right next to you, Jack jumps down with his gun.
Well, I'm immediately jumping on whatever just made that noise, and if it's like if it has a human type body, as soon as I feel it, I'm putting him in a full mount, and I'm standing over him with the stake cocked.
Okay, so that happened before you turned the light on. So did you
Right.
turn the light
Okay, so
on?
I'm gonna come in, and then
You
I
just
turn my light, and then I see that.
Okay, so yeah, you jump on him and you find a human body, and you hold him down, and then Jack comes down, and you're gonna flip the light on.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Okay. And you
I have
flip the
a
light
tactical light on the shotgun, but I'll
Okay.
also flip the light on if I can see it.
Yeah.
But as soon as I get like the light
so
on
as
him,
soon as he gets down here, the tactical light lights up.
illuminates.
The guy that's underneath you is, well, he can give a description, but he is shackled to the wall. Both his wrists and his ankles are shackled to the wall. He's completely naked and shackled to the wall with metal shackles. And then the light comes on. And
Hector, I don't think he's them.
Jimmy can describe himself to you. I mean, don't worry about describing clothes because they took that.
So the character is very gaunt, very pale. Lumberjack beard, small brown beady eyes, curly hair, some gray hair at towards the brows. Wiry physique. Well, I mean, muscle eating itself, starvation, wiry physique.
How long has it been since the last
did you
time
need more?
you were at the Angry Oso gym?
At the what?
The gym. The gym where you learn to fight. How long's it been?
Oh,
Is it something you still do regularly, or
that's
has
it.
it been quite a while?
it's been quite a while.
How long?
Like 9 years.
Yeah, he said how
So
long.
you were already an adult then. Okay. So yeah, you. What's Hector's intelligence? You got at least 2 intelligence, right?
Yes, 2 intelligence.
Yeah. Then yeah, you recognize him from about 9 years ago. He was he was well, and for probably a year or 2 before that, he was working out at the gym, learning to fight a little bit to defend himself, because he had a habit of being bullied. In fact, I think he might have been there for a while, because I think he might have started in high school.
What's his name?
I don't know.
Craig Ramirez.
Okay, so I go Craig. What the fuck, man?
He looks
I
different.
stand up.
His eyes are bloodshot. They're red. His face is marked with red tears, and you can see in his eyes the familiar hunger, starvation, and pain of someone newly embraced.
So I spring up off of him quickly. I just say, "What the fuck, man? What are you doing here?"
He's crying. I mean, he has actual blood tears on his face.
Yeah, they're dry. He hasn't been crying right now, but he has.
Is
not
there
been
any
able to clean up.
wet blood on him?
Any what?
Is there any wet blood on him? Fresh, I should say.
That's up to him. That's up to Craig.
No, they leave me, down there by myself for hours at a time to like stew and just think about what's coming next.
Okay.
Okay.
So
Let
there's
me
nothing
back up
fresh.
a little bit. As you come down, all of you guys come down, the light's on. Yes, you do find Craig, but also there's a lot of blood in this room. It's blood splashed on the walls, blood soaked into the ground. A lot of it is dry, and some of it is wet. Some of it is fresh.
Okay, so first I'm gonna go up to him, and I'm gonna take out my knife, and I'm just gonna like poke him somewhere simple. I don't know, like the arm,
Okay.
and then lick it.
Okay. You poke Craig with your knife.
Wait,
Yeah.
What?
wait. If I see her doing, I'm not gonna, I'm
Yeah.
gonna step in front. I'm not gonna let her just poke him with a knife.
Uh-huh.
If I know this kid,
Yeah,
and you know what I mean, I'm
Yeah,
gonna say,
you
hold
know-
up.
you know this kid.
I know this guy. Back off.
I'm just making sure he's not anything that we need to be concerned about.
Well,
It's
he's
not
got.
He's fine. Look how injured he is. One little poke's not gonna hurt him.
You can
Well, he's
tell,
bled enough.
You can
Lick the
tell
dry
by
blood.
looking at him that
Oh, I can?
he is newly embraced and is starving and is having trouble controlling his hunger frenzy.
Okay,
He is
so why are
on
you
the
doing
verge
it?
of hunger frenzy.
Okay, so instead, I'm going to. I don't know. Alright. I'll just let
Wait,
Hector
hold on.
and then-
Yeah. Oh, look, I know this guy.
I'm
Let me
gonna.
talk to him for a
Okay,
second.
back up. I'm gonna go around and start licking all the other wet blood around the room.
Okay. You get down on all fours and lick blood off the floor? You don't like
Yep.
get a finger of it? You get down
Nah.
and lick? Okay.
That was a little fun. This
Two
Milo
Jacks
says,
is looking at you like, what the? He even says it. What the fuck? And then Rodolfo just, nudges him with his elbow, and he's like, Tremere shit. Oh, fuck. Okay.
So I'm just so I kind of like if this is freaking, this might freak Craig out a little bit. So I just kind of like try to lower my voice and look him directly in the eyes and talk to him directly and say, listen to me. What's going on here? Who did this to you?
I didn't want to eat dogs. I don't want to eat dogs, but exception. There's exceptions.
What the fuck are you talking about,
And that's
man?
all
Who,
he can think of.
who did this to you? Who put you down here? Who did this to you, man? Talk to me. Come on.
Hector, he's not in a state of mind right now where he can talk. He needs. Hold on. And I'm gonna take out. I'm gonna take my knife and I'm gonna say to Hector, Hector, I'm gonna feed him. Put your arms on his shoulders. I need you to pull him back if he goes out of control.
Okay, let's go to Lynn real quick. Let's go to Milo real quick.
I was gonna ask real quick because how do I pray this? I would like to have like a backpack that's kind of like a cold,
That's like a
like
what?
a lunch bag backpack. That makes
Okay.
sense that I could carry a blood bag with me for me all the time in case I need immediate.
It needs to be refrigerated.
So it couldn't be in like a cooler.
What about a thermos?
I guess it can. Yeah. I mean, that's fine. You just, you need to keep it refrigerated. You can warm it up, but, you can warm it up to drink it if you wanted to. But,
No.
for the amount of time of keeping it stored, it needs to
But I'm
be.
thinking, like, if I have if I have a little backpack and maybe it's like in one of those, what are those things
Yeah,
called?
okay. Yeah.
Those nice,
Okay, so as you're getting down on all fours and getting ready to lick it, and you hear that happening, you're like, "Wait, I have a
Yeah.
blood bag."
yeah, then I'm gonna
Okay.
stay here and I take it out and I'm gonna hand it to Hector so he can kind of handle the situation. But I'm gonna say he can drink this.
Okay, good to know.
I'll just ask her.
Chief
This is
Menace.
this human blood? If I don't
Yeah.
already know this about her, is this human blood?
Yeah. But
Okay.
that me carrying around blood in a thermos, I don't think it's something I would like hide. Like I don't care if y'all know. I just always have.
Right.
Okay, you have it in a thermos?
Yeah, like I'm
Okay.
trying to remember those nice. What are they called? Yetis? Those like Yeti ones that keep
Okay.
it cold all day.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, she could also walk around with like an
Alright,
ice
so
pack too.
I'll,
They have
um,
those.
well-
Yeah.
Those.
Janina's back?
Yeah.
Yay! Okay, are you pretty much caught up on what the situation is?
We found him and he's starving.
Yeah, he's in the basement and he is shackled to the wall.
Okay,
And the
and then,
basement has a bunch of blood all over it. There are like old stains and splatters on the walls, and there's also some new fresh splashes of blood. And that's pretty much the
Okay.
only thing that's down here.
And then, so what's his character's name?
Craig something.
Greg.
What?
Craig.
Greg
Right.
Ramirez.
Okay, and is he pretty delirious right now? Is that something I could help with in my capacity
Yeah,
as a
and-
therapist? Just kind of get
Yeah,
the focus?
you know him.
I do?
Yeah, Jessica knows him. Mila knows him. Jack knows him. Hector knows him.
I know him, do I? Because he was a kid.
He was a kid.
Where do I know him from?
He got therapy from an abusive household when he was a young man.
Okay.
So when he says his name, then you notice that he looks an awful lot like the same guy that you were working on, 20 years ago.
Okay. So in that case, I try to get some eye contact on him and just kind of see if he's focused enough, because it sounded like he was having trouble answering questions just a minute ago.
Yeah, well, let's feed him from the blood.
Yeah,
Alright.
so I'll take the blood pack and I'll kind of take I'll take a couple of like I'll get down on my knees like we would if we were in the gym, like on a mat after a match, after rolling around doing jujitsu, and kind of like, and again, talk low, look him right in the eyes and say, listen, you're gonna need to drink this, trust me, you'll feel a lot better. And so I tear open the blood pack and I hand it to him.
I think it's in the thermos. Or is it
Yeah,
still
it's in
a
a
blood
thermos.
pack in the thermos?
Oh, it's a thermos. Okay, so
Is it loose in the thermos, or is the blood pack in the thermos?
Good question.
I
I
think the
would've
blood
thought-
pack is probably
Vampires
in the
have
thermos
thermos.
in case you didn't need it.
uh-huh. That would make more sense. Yeah, that's definitely what it would be.
Okay.
all right, so I undo the thermos, I pull the blood pack out, I rip a little hole in it, and I say, drink this, buddy, you're gonna feel a lot better.
I take the blood pack and I pause to look at it, and then I remember that the other human, and that's all I can ask again, over and over again. Human, human, human. It's a question.
Human.
Okay, good. And so I
Delicious.
just start drinking. I rip into it and I just start
The second
like
it
just
touches your tongue, everything seems to come together. And you start draining it. You're just sucking at it as, like, if it was a person, you wouldn't be able to stop. And you can feel the blood moving into your body, reactivating your muscles, reactivating your organs, bringing you back from the dead. You're still starving as you finish. You're still starving, but some of the pain has been alleviated, and you can focus a whole lot better. Okay, is
Hey there,
Mila
kid.
still gonna get back
Yeah,
down
so now-
and lick the
once-
ground?
Yep.
It's not clean. The ground looks fucking horrible.
That's fine. I don't
Okay.
care.
All right. So you lick from one of them.
Yep.
Okay. Make your roll.
Oh, Resolved. 3.
What was your difficulty? Was it 3?
I
Is
don't
this
know.
a power
I
or
guess.
is it a ritual?
It's a. Oh.
You don't know? I don't remember. I'll start catching up on all this shit.
I think I'm not sure. I can look it up real quick.
Yeah, I'm almost there. I believe it is your level 1. What is your level 1 power, if that's not it?
Oh, I don't know if I ever
Okay.
took one. Then.
A taste for blood. That's what you're using. That is your level 1 power.
Oh, it is a power. Okay.
Okay. Blood sorcery. Resolve and blood sorcery with difficulty of 3. On a win, you can determine the resonance and intensity of the blood if human. You can also identify whether the blood belongs to a mortal, ghoul, or vampire, or other supernatural creature. It belongs to a vampire.
Okay.
Okay, this is your knowledge, not the coterie's knowledge. Keep that in mind.
Right.
Okay?
I know.
You gonna lick the
Okay.
other one?
Yeah. Licking
Okay.
blood off the dirty floor is fun.
Okay. Make the same roll again.
Oh yeah. Sorry. This. Ooh, I really know this one.
5 successes. You have never tasted this before. It's supernatural.
Ooh, okay.
You don't know what it is. It's strong. It's powerful. You think that if you were actually able to feed from this creature, it would be more filling, more potent than from humans. But there's also
But
something.
There's
There's
vampire
also.
or kindred.
It is not kindred. It is not a vampire. And
No,
with
I
your
know, but-
5 successes, you can taste something in it that's sick.
But it's obviously not the fallen angel thing. I mean, yeah, because I know what he tastes.
No, it is not.
And it's not a, what's the other thing I know? Awakened.
And it's not.
I have a list of all the things I know somewhere. Okay.
I know.
All right. So is it?
Those are,
Is there?
that's it. That's you. You know, kindred, ghouls, humans, mages,
Awakened.
and the fallen.
Okay.
That's it. Those are the things you've tasted. And now something else.
Okay. All right.
Right.
Okay.
So I'm
back
gonna
to
kind of
back to
like-
Jimmy and everybody else.
Okay.
Kid, are you with us now?
I'm closer than before. Everything's still kind of fuzzy. I say.
Okay.
Paso did this to you.
Who took you? What happened?
I don't know his name. It was a while back, and he was in a dog fighting ring. Dogs.
How many days?
I guess
3.
it's all a gray blur.
Yeah.
I
It definitely.
I don't know.
is a
It's
blur.
all a gray blur.
How's his facial hair look? Does he look clean shaven? Has he got stubble? Does he have scraggly facial hair?
Well, before he
what did
got
your
kidnapped,
facial
it was
hair look like when you were embraced? Because that's what it looks like now. It doesn't grow anymore.
it's a lumberjack, like down to the halfway down the neck.
Okay.
Thick, curly.
Yeah, that's not actually helpful. I should have thought about that. What's your name, kid?
Greg.
Yeah,
Craig. It's
yeah,
Craig.
Jack. This is the guy who, like a week ago, told you about the dogfighting here.
Oh, it was that recent? Okay.
Yes.
Then I knew.
That's the thing that started your investigation of this house.
Then I would have known him from the beginning. So
Yeah.
apologize. Retcon. I did not call him kid. I called him Greg from the start.
Greg.
Is it Greg or Craig?
CRAIG, right?
Craig, like the
That's what I
Craig, like the Borderlands character.
Okay,
Yeah.
Craig.
Okay.
Even better if he calls him Craig.
Was it Craig? Was it the dog? Was it the guys running the fights? Did they do this?
I nodded. It was one of them. One. Yes. Yes.
One of them. Were the others with him, or is he alone?
There were others, but I didn't recognize them. I don't know if it's from the same group.
If I showed you pictures of them, would you be able to pick which one?
Maybe. It was a hazy mess. It was hard to. Everything hurt. It was hard to focus.
Aren't
Okay.
there bodies from when we came in? Or no? Am I remembering wrong?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear.
Oh, I'm asking. Weren't there dead human bodies when we came in?
No, you guys killed them.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were
Oh.
Yeah, they were trying to shoot us
Filtered.
as we came in.
Sorry, I missed that. Sorry. Okay. I'm
so-
gonna. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I was gonna ask Jack, because I'm like, so wait, you know him too?
Yeah, he called in for a dog fighting ring. I ended up getting involved a little bit.
The police
I
came and
identified
they
the house.
investigated, and then they just, they didn't find anything, and they just let it go.
So I stepped in.
Was he kindred when he contacted you?
No, he's just been turned. He's a neonate.
He's a
Do you know what? I
guys
turned
are
to him
neonates.
and I asked him.
Fledgling
So
is the
I,
first thing.
Oh, so he's a fledgling?
Yes.
Okay, he's a fledgling Hector.
So I turned her to Craig and I said, Craig, do you understand what any of this means? Do you know what kindred are?
You've never heard that word before.
I know though.
They didn't even use that word. You heard them talking whenever it would have been kindred, they said the word Cainite. So you've never heard that word.
No, this is new. This is all new.
Do you understand any of what happened to you?
Payback?
Payback for what?
It was payback.
For what?
The dog ring? The dog fighting ring?
For you reporting them?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, so I turn back to the group and I go, guys, I don't think he's a threat. You mind if I cut him loose?
By all means, I'll help you.
I think
Okay.
you're
All
good.
right.
As
Well,
you
I
guys
just grabbed
look
the
back,
chains and rip
Sheriff
him out of the
Alex and the two enforcers are in the farthest corner from you guys, talking in real low voices. Rudolfo is not with them.
Wait, so Sheriff Alex and
Two Jackson and Enriquez.
all three of them are talking together in low voices.
Yes.
I'm gonna
I-
walk over. Is there anything you three want to share with us, gentlemen?
And Sheriff Alex turns away from them and turns to you. We need to determine if he's worth saving.
God.
Why wouldn't we?
The Sabbat were destroying his mind. Create a soldier.
He hasn't been turned yet. To turn away, disgust.
He is turned. Look at him.
Does that mean
Okay.
that he can't exercise his free will? I mean, we pull him away from the Sabbat and we give him his free will back.
Oh, can
Only
I?
if his
is there-
mind hasn't been shattered.
Well, I
What
mean,
he
Does
he's
have
already
going for him
recognized
is that they didn't bury him in the ground, where he had to claw his way free.
I mean, listen to him though. He's making intelligent sentences. He recognizes who we are.
He glances
You
back
can't
at
throw
the
this
two
dude away.
enforcers. Hence our committee, or we'd have destroyed him already. We've decided that we're going to let him go for now. We have to keep an eye on him. And over the next couple of nights, if he shows any sign of being not together, that he lost his mind, then he needs to be destroyed. There's no coming back from that. But if they were only getting started, he didn't claw his way out of the ground. If they were only getting started, and he hasn't lost his mind, then perhaps we can save him.
Well, for now, he's under the protection of the thorns of the cactus, so
Spines.
we'll take care of him.
Spines of the cactus.
Spines, sorry. Thorns of the rose, spines of the cactus.
Jack rolls his eyes. I hate that fucking game.
Exactly.
I
So
kind of
Hector
wish
says,
we
"Hey."
had managed to record that scene, because it would have been a fun thing to share with our 0 to 2 audience members.
We didn't record that?
No,
Did we
didn't
lose that
record
recording?
No, I didn't record that session 0 at all. 'Cause there wasn't really any story being told. It was just a list of the things.
That's why you had Lynn taking all those meticulous notes.
Yep.
That makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, that was a good scene.
That was a good scene. I wasn't expecting a good scene to have come out of that. So, yeah.
Well, look. So what I'll say
Lesson
to the group, I'll turn to the group and I'll say, "Hey, he was a member of Angrioso before. We can take him in, shelter him, and keep an eye on him for the next few days."
Okay.
At the first sign of his mind being shattered, he needs to be destroyed. The Sabbat.
We'll cross.
When the Sabbat create a soldier, when they create a shovelhead, there's no saving it. They aren't even making someone that they plan to use. They're making a soldier to be used once to cause the Camarilla problems. To threaten
we'll
the
take care.
masquerade and force us to deal with it. That's
keep
all
an eye
they
on
were
it.
making here.
Is that due to a blood bond?
No,
Okay.
no, it's due to the torture and the hunger. Usually when they create a shovelhead, which is the reason why we call it a shovelhead, they mass embrace, and then they bury them all in the ground, 6 feet under. Those that manage to claw and scrape their way back become these soldiers that they can use for one mission. These are not soldiers that they're bringing into the spot. A shovelhead serves them in no way other than a single-use soldier. They just point them where they want it to go. But there's like you said, there's a good chance he's not broken yet.
Right. And you know, if there's anything, I mean, he was a member of our gym. He understands discipline. His mind is strong. We've put him through our own indoctrination program. So if he can bounce back, I think the gym is the best place for him. And
I hope you're right. I'm just making
we'll let
sure
you know,
guys
cross that bridge when you come to it.
You guys are ready to cross that bridge if it comes to it. And if you question it, then call me. And I'll come and make the decision and maybe even take the action for you if you can't.
We'll be able to handle it. Why don't you guys secure the scene? I'm going to investigate this place.
Okay.
And I turn to Craig and I say, "Hey, you're gonna come stay with us back at the gym again for a while. Is that okay with you?"
Can't think of a reason why not.
All right. Hey, and I put a hand on his shoulder. I go, listen, man. I'm gonna look him in the eye and say, "You'll get through this. You're strong. We'll take care of you."
Okay. How are you guys going to unshackle him? You going to look for the keys, or are you just going to break them?
I'm ripping the chains out of the wall.
Yep. You don't have too much trouble with your current, like 6 strength or something?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, what I get 2 for the
do I get the potence rating score? I gotta go back and check that.
You either add
But
your
yeah.
potence to your
That's
strength,
too
or you
great.
add half of it. I'm not sure which. And then it's also going to be athletics, strength, athletics, and whatever prowess. I think it adds your strength.
Yeah, I mean, do
flat,
I even really
your potence flat, which is what, 3 or 2?
add the potence rating of the user to the unarmed damage value as well as to feats of strength? So I already have 4 strength, and then we're gonna add a potence. I think is 2.
Yeah,
I think I
and
my
athletics.
potence value is 2. So yeah, I should have 6. Oh, and athletics.
Yes.
All right, so then I even before athletics, I'm looking at strength. Oh, I'm sorry, strength is only 3. So 3 plus the potence, which would be 2, and that's
That's
5, and then athletics is another 3, so 8.
Yep. You're not quite as naturally strong as I thought. You're at 5, not 6. So it's a little bit of a fight, and you kind of wiggle it, and you get it out. But you didn't just walk over and rip it apart.
Wait, don't I have 8? You said the strength is
No,
3.
Your strength is 3. Your prowess adds to your strength, so you're at strength of
Right.
5. And then your
Okay, and then
your
I also have the
athletics.
athletic.
Yeah, but that's not
another 3.
that's not a strength. That's skill.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
So, yeah,
Gotcha.
yeah, you're able to get it out.
Okay.
Okay.
And then so after I rip those out of the wall, I stand up, I stretch out my hand to him, toward his hand.
Craig takes the hand and shakily gets to his feet.
I just pull you up. I'm pulling you up to standing.
Okay.
Okay, Mila,
Yeah.
are you doing anything about the knowledge you have gleaned from licking the floor?
Waiting. I'm waiting to tell Jack because I don't want to freak out Craig any more than he already is.
Okay.
And since
So
the other
this was not from very long ago. So
Okay.
whatever happened here, he saw.
Oh. Okay.
Plus, there's blood around that's a day old, 2 days old. He saw that too.
Okay, so I'm gonna. I guess I'll ask him then before he leaves down here. Can you tell me what happened over here that there's blood on the ground that's not yours? Do you remember?
I gotta pause to think about this. It was two wolves, but they didn't start out as wolves.
But they what?
They didn't start out as wolves.
Oh, okay.
It was one man and a stranger. Big gray wolf, and then just a black knight. Just black wolf.
And a black wolf? Like a big gray wolf and a black wolf?
Yeah, they
And they weren't wolves at first? They were just like human looking or what?
human looking is how can you tell anymore? Human shape.
And then they turned into wolves.
Yes.
Okay, so we're thinking werewolves at this point.
Wait, what?
Gangrel.
That's, yeah. Two Jack says that. Wait. The fuck you talking about, werewolves?
Oh, I forgot they could be gangrel. So gangrel or werewolves.
Okay.
Oh,
Remember, we've made this mistake
I
before,
the
assuming...
fucking guy was just embraced. Werewolves don't do that.
But it's not gangrel because it's not kindred.
What's not kindred?
Just trust me, it's not.
You got that from licking the ground?
Yes, I did.
Rudolfo elbows him again and whispers, Tremere shit.
You think I'd just go around licking the ground because it looks delicious?
I mean, I don't know you. I don't know what you do. Maybe you thought it looked delicious.
I mean, it
It
is.
smelled pretty delicious, but there
I'm
wasn't
not
enough there for me to feed from. And
But
plus, you were jumping
yeah,
right on it, so I figured. I mean, okay, so
it's tasty.
they're werewolves then.
I can't tell you. I have never tasted one before, but it's something I haven't tasted before, so it's not kindred.
Well,
Hold on, let's
then
clarify
I guess it's
something.
fucking lupines. And what the fuck is a newly embraced fledgling doing in a house full of lupines?
We
Well,
can't.
we need to talk to him about that.
Yeah.
Craig,
Okay, this just got a hell of a lot more serious.
Craig, the wolves, were they friends with the people who were hurting you? Were they friends with the guy running the ring?
One of them was the guy that killed you and fed you his own blood and started this whole fucking ordeal.
Yeah, they
I don't know how
they
much
got
of that
along
you remember, but
after the fight. Yeah, well, I'm just assuming he remembers more of the fight than the actual, like,
then the actual embrace, yeah.
they fought. They fought, and then one. The gray wolf, I guess he won. He pinned down the black wolf, and they turned back, and they were friends. They laughed, and then they left. They were very calm. They were very. It's weird. Like even throughout the hunger, it sticks out. They were just. They were chummy.
But were they the ones who were?
Shoulder pats.
Well,
Were they the ones who changed you up?
The one who turned into a gray wolf had been here for a while. I can see flashes. There was flashes of his face here and there, but it was all in the background.
They are not the ones who change you.
I should clarify. One of these was kindred, and one of them was not. So it very well could have been Gangrel and then a lupine.
Huh.
A chummy like that?
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's what I was thinking. Chummy like that. That's all. No. Are you fucking sure?
I'm sure.
I mean, maybe if they stay in their wolf form, they pass.
I spent the last 20 years licking blood everywhere I can. I know what I'm doing.
Okay.
Was the Craig, was the gray wolf, was he here for a long time as a prisoner? Or was he one of the people
I don't know.
that was torturing you?
He was never a prisoner. I don't know if he did actual dirty work, but he watched. He was maybe pointing directions.
Okay.
So we got Sabbat working with lupines. This is dangerous.
Yeah.
Something's going on. I'm gonna, as far as Jack is concerned, they can try to get information out of Craig. He's not a very good witness right now, so Jack is gonna turn towards trying to look around this area to see if he can find anything of interest, like any kind of symbols or like.
Is this something I can maybe use my premonition on to figure out what happened here?
Yeah, you can try. It doesn't really look into the past or the present as much as trying to get a sense for the future.
While they're doing that, I want to look around the room to see if there's any kind of clothes or a blanket or something I can give this guy, so not standing there
there's
all
some
laid
clothes
out.
in a corner. Just
All right,
just
so
tossed in the corner.
I walk over, I grab the clothes, and I go, "Hey, are any of these
It's
yours,
a full
Craig?"
set of clothes, and they're Craig's size.
Okay, I was like, "Craig, are these any of these your clothes?"
They
Those are all your.
look
clothes.
like they'll fit. I don't. It's
Well, they're your
Oh,
clothes
good.
now, buddy,
Yeah.
and I toss them over to him. Go ahead and put those on. You've impressed us enough.
Congratulations, you've earned clothes.
Can I search around the room, see if I find anything of interest, any kind of like
So-
compartments or?
This room is used for dogfighting, and you find a ramp, a board that is set up like you pull on a chain, and it pulls this ramp up to go to the
Yep.
up to the ceiling hole, whatever the trapdoor thing. It's not a trapdoor though. The door from the basement to the top, where there used to be a ladder, but someone fucked it up.
Who did that? What an asshole.
I don't know. What an ass. Yeah.
Right.
There are also shattered pieces of ladder all over. But no, there are signs that there have been dozens of dogfights in here.
Nothing else though. It seems to be more of a space for that than a place where anything is kept.
Right. There's not even, there's no folding chairs or air mattresses or nothing down here. This room is used for dogfighting, plus maybe stringing up one fucking asshole who likes to rat on people about dogfighting.
Okay, I'm gonna.
So,
The one thing I'm gonna do is I'm going to try and probably a fool's errand, but I'm gonna pull out some of the forensic stuff that I keep on me, minimal, but
Okay.
I'm gonna try and see if I can.
is it possible? I'm
dust
gonna ask Jack. Is it possible then, as you're doing this, to kind of think about that the dog fighting ring is not actual dogs? You know what I mean? So
It's
some of the
possible.
information that you've gotten about that could maybe give us clues too.
How fresh does the blood need to be for you to taste it?
I don't know if it's specified. I mean, I would imagine it's. I don't know.
There's a bunch of dry blood all over.
I guess I know that's your call. I'll go around
that's
with-
the blood on their tongue.
I didn't mean to interrupt, Jack.
It says a drop of blood, so I'm going to say it doesn't work with dried blood.
Okay.
Or if you want to try it, I'll give you a difficulty of 5 instead of 3. How about that?
Well, we'll let Jack do his thing because I was rude and interrupted him, and then I'll
All
just.
I was gonna do was I was gonna try to dust for prints on the chain. Try to see if I can pull some latent prints off that. It's probably not gonna be very
Yeah.
useful.
You find prints
Right.
all over the place.
Yeah. I'm just gonna try to.
Nobody's been trying to hide their prints. There are prints you can get prints from this place all day long.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think. If I had their identities, so what? I had their human identities. That probably they're Sabbat, so that probably won't help me actually find where they are physically.
Can you leave prints?
What?
You kindred leave fingerprints?
Yes.
I mean, the ridges in our hands don't change when we die.
No.
Yeah, but don't you like they're based off of like oils in your fingers, right? And the way that those settle into whatever you're
Well,
you're
you still
touching.
get-
I thought.
You might not
That's actually a really good
produce
question.
oils, but you still get dirt and shit from everything you touch.
Okay.
Yeah.
This place is not clean. So even if, you don't produce your own stuff, this place is not clean. So,
Okay.
Yeah, so they could still leave prints with like blood and everything else.
yeah.
Yeah, and I'm just asking because I don't know if vampires may very well continue to produce oil for all I know. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think so. They don't produce anything. But
Like, would a dead body leave
unless
fingerprints?
you clean yourself constantly, you're going to get
Yeah, like I don't.
Yeah.
And I don't know if Nick knows this in real life, but can a dead body that's been dead for like a week or something could that still leave fingerprints?
Oh yeah, you can take prints from a corpse. It's just because it's once it starts to decompose, the tissue will begin to
Not gonna be the
fray,
same.
disintegrate, however it's decomposing, and the prints will distort and then disappear. But the thing is even though we're dead, we're not decaying.
Yeah,
So-
but no, I guess what I'm saying is like I know you could take fingerprints from a corpse by inking them and getting that from the grooves, but would you leave? Like if I took a corpse's hand from like that hasn't decayed, right, and is no longer producing whatever stuff we're producing, from a dead, like if I took a dead hand, you know how like in the movies you want to frame somebody, you take the guy you just shot and then you put his hand on the gun and you go, there you go,
Yeah,
now he's got prints on the gun. Like, could you do that a week later and still leave prints?
Yeah, it can leave prints. It's just you can actually put a substance on it that'll increase the odds of it, like just like sort of like a lotion that'll make it easier to leave prints. But you can also take a picture of the thumb and get the print that way. Like you just need a high quality camera. Like you can pull prints from photos even.
Yeah, to develop the pattern. I guess that's what I'm saying. It's
Yeah.
like I'm just wondering, as a general thing, will we go around like
You're still
leaving
leaving
prints on
fingerprints.
things where there's no dust?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
But,
Leaving fingerprints doesn't break the masquerade, though. So,
yeah, all they know is it's just so and so.
yeah, somebody was here.
Unless the
Now,
guy's
if
in
they
the
looked
system,
at-
but he's been dead for 50 years.
Well, then,
Yeah,
they're just,
then
yeah,
it would be different.
yeah, then.
Yeah, if
What
like
the fuck? Uh-huh.
yeah, if Mila stabbed somebody and then left the knife, and then a
Uh-huh.
human detective got her prints, ran it for some reason, her prints were in the system, and they'd be like,
Well, they're going to
Been dead for
assume that
50
she
years,
faked her
what?
death of some kind. But 50 years becomes a lot. Now they're like, what the fuck? But 20 years, they're just going to assume that she's not dead. Something,
Mhm.
some mob shit happened or something. Or even government stuff, Maybe her
heading
death
out.
was faked and she's in witness protection. Something like that. But 50 years, that's different. At 50 years, you're like, what the fuck? Because now, fingerprints should have changed.
okay, but
And it's going to be even worse when it's like 100 and 150 years. But right now, that wasn't on record yet.
yeah, so I'm not going to bother taking prints when I think about that because
Because they're
Sabbat don't
vampires.
even try to keep up a masquerade, do they? Like they hide, but they don't.
They kind of do. It's not in their laws, but at the same time, if you can't keep us hidden, then you're not helping, and
You're
we
dead.
don't need that. So, yeah,
Yeah.
the Sabbat are like, oh, you guys and your stupid masquerade, blah 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 blah, and then they're still doing it too.
Yeah. Okay. Well, forget the prints. I'm just gonna go to the first floor, and I'm just gonna try to investigate, see if I can find anything. Like anybody
Okay,
has like
you
a
jump up
journal.
there?
Or,
Without
he
a
broke the
ladder
ladder, didn't he?
or a soaring leap, it's going to be hard to get out. But you got that ramp that they used to bring the dogs in and out, so you can put the ramp.
Yeah, I'll just put the ramp up.
You kind of have to crawl through at the top, but
Nice job with the ladder,
Some asshole
Hector.
fucked up that ladder. Of course, Hector just
Nice.
jumps out like it's nothing.
Yeah, like, hey, if you guys want, I could throw you up there. I mean, I'm really strong right now.
Yeah.
You want me to do? I get over by the hole in the hatch, and I
Oh.
interlace my fingers, and like hold them down for anybody who wants to step onto my fingers. So I can throw them up. I can hoist them up there.
You don't have a whole lot of fingers for interlacing.
Oh, damn, that's right. No. Oh well. I guess I can. I guess it's.
I mean, you can still do it, but it's not. The lock just isn't as strong as.
No, I have a. Remember, I have a. Right now, I have a stake in
Yeah.
one of them, so
Yeah,
that
that
doesn't
makes it
even
even
work.
harder. Uh-huh.
Yeah, so no, I won't do that. I'll step over. I was like, you step on my shoulders if you guys want.
Gosh.
Sheriff Alex says,
gonna-
just lower that ramp. Or raise the ramp, because it's on the floor.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say, guys, the ramp is easier.
I'm gonna lick some dry blood and see what happens.
Okay.
Only got 3.
Yeah, you're not getting any sense. You have a bunch of failures if you want to spend willpower.
Oh, I do have a bunch of failures. Alright. Well, and then I just click WP reroll, right?
Yep. And
3?
you can reroll up to 3. You have 4 failures, but you can only... No, you have 3 failures, but you can only roll 3. So that gives you 5.
Yay!
It is
No.
not kindred or human or the new thing or the fallen or an awakened.
Oh,
There's 2 new things in here.
Have you ever tasted animal blood before?
Honestly, probably not. Well,
Yep, then
I
yep,
mean,
you got 2 new things then.
probably not.
Yep, you got 2
But-
new things.
I can tell that it's not supernatural.
It is not supernatural. It's not particularly potent. In fact, you think it's weaker than mortal blood, than human blood.
Is it weaker than the blood bag blood, even?
It's a little bit, not significantly weaker, but a little bit.
Okay. Alright. So
You
that could
probably get the sense that since this is a dog fighting
It's a
place,
dog. Yeah.
there's probably a dog.
Alright. I'm gonna yell out, I think this is a regular dog.
Okay, so for our audience, I want to point out a willpower roll. So every character has a willpower stat, and that stat gives them a certain amount of willpower points that they can use to re-roll up to 3 dice that failed on any roll. Now, they can't re-roll their failed hunger dice, but they can re-roll their failed normal dice, up to 3 of them. And you can see she had a 1, and a 2. So those are what she re-rolled into a 0, into a 10, a 2, and a 9. So she got 2 more successes. Successes are determined by being a 6 or higher. Okay, we can continue. That was just for our 0 to 2 audience members.
Well, while you're at it, Sestonn, I'm sorry, since we're on this subject right now, can you discuss how I'm feeling at 4 hunger?
You're really, really hungry. Your body is aching. The blood on the ground from the fresh blood that Mila licked already, is the scent of it is just drawing your attention. The blood that's caked on Craig's face is drawing your attention.
Like it.
If there was a mortal in the room, you would see the flexing of their veins in their neck, in their arms.
Oh,
But
hey,
you're not
Mila.
You're not in a danger. Well, you are actually in danger of a hunger frenzy. If like somebody started bleeding in front of you, we would make a hunger frenzy check. That's how hungry you are.
Mila, you wouldn't happen to have another thermos, would you?
No, I just carry one for my emergency.
Okay.
I have some at my house. You know, we're in the same neighborhood, or we're not? Yeah.
You guys
we
are real close to your feeding ground. This
So
is like
I have some at home.
You're
We're
like-
not that far.
you're like a mile away from you guys' own domain.
Okay. So
Okay.
it's generally about a mile from my house because I live in that same area too.
Yeah, well, maybe 2, but
Yeah, but I
Okay.
mean, I could go hunting after somebody,
mm-hmm.
Yeah,
right? Like if any.
so it's up to you. But no, I don't have any more on me.
Okay. All right,
Maybe
thanks.
I need to carry 2 for now on. We're
I don't
just
think I'll be.
find
I
people.
shouldn't be this serious.
This entire thing has been about 20 minutes
Oh, gosh.
from the moment that 2 Jacks kicked in the door.
Okay.
Are you guys ready to leave? You don't hear any sirens yet, but gunshots did go off. So
Wait,
there is the potential for someone coming to investigate. This is not the greatest.
Oh, that's the thing.
This is not the greatest area, and maybe that shit just happens sometimes, and nobody called it in. But 20 minutes is starting to push it. Where if someone's coming, they're gonna be here.
All right. So is Craig on the second floor now?
Yeah, I'm assuming
Or is he?
you guys
I mean,
are all
on the
going
first
up
floor.
the ramp. Yeah, you
Okay.
guys are all
So when we
going
get
up
up
the ramp.
there, when we get up there, I'm gonna look at motion to the dead bodies over there on the ground. I was like, those guys look familiar.
They're ringing a bell, but it's like somebody hit a triangle very lightly. Just a ding, like just vague.
Are there people you do remember
Very
that aren't
vague.
here right
Like,
now that might be
kinda.
coming back?
Well, for sure,
Just the wolves.
both the wolves, and then there are some other people that you've seen. You've seen like a dozen people. I mean, you might not have memories of it, but from outside looking in, you've seen a dozen. It's up to you how much of that you remember.
Go to the 3 and see if they're ghouls, because I assume they might be.
You're gonna go lick them?
Yeah.
Okay. You're gonna lick all 3 of them?
Yeah. Do you want me to
Okay.
do 3 checks or just
Yep.
do 1?
I want you to
check?
do 3 checks.
Okay. Just making sure.
There's no rouse check on this power, so you can just
Yeah, I
go
know.
around licking people all you want. Level 1 powers.
And I spent 20 years licking everything, so
Mhm.
I might have licked animal at some point, but I don't, know for sure. Okay. So for
Well,
the
now
first
you have.
guy,
Now you know
Oh,
what an
yeah.
animal tastes like.
okay, the first guy was a 5.
He's a ghoul.
Okay, I assume that's what he would taste like. 3,
He's a ghoul.
2.
You don't know.
I'm not sure, but I'm just gonna assume because the other 2 were ghouls.
All
Okay,
right, so
I lick them
I'll
and then I stand up and just say ghouls.
So I'll turn to the group and just to the rest of the coterie, right? Because we're leading this, and I'll say to them, "Hey, look. So we've rescued somebody. I can put Craig in the van with my gym guys and send him back. Make sure he's safe. But in the meantime, this looks like the people that did this to him might end up coming back, and that's who we came for in the first place. So you guys want to lay an ambush for him or what?"
Definitely.
Mm.
What do we know about lupines? I mean, are we ready to? Well, we
Oh,
follow.
that's right. We're not prepared for that. 2 Jack says. We ain't prepared for that. No. No, if there's
said he only
lupines
saw
with
one,
them,
though,
coming
right?
back or not.
if there's lupines with them, I don't fucking know. I mean, I suppose the 3 of us can fucking take one. But I don't wanna.
Do you know enough about them? Like, are they weaker during the day? Oh, well, we can't do anything during the day, so I didn't ask that.
I imagine
Did
they're
anybody bring
stronger
silver?
from the full moon, because full moon's kind of their thing, right? I mean,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
not-
Lunar
maybe that's
cycle
just
at right
movies
now.
and shit.
I don't know.
What's the moon like now?
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah,
Let
if
me
you
roll
go
a
outside,
die.
is
If
it
it's a 10, it's a full moon.
waning, waxing?
Yeah. If
So
it's
if
a
it's
0,
a 1, it's a new moon.
if it's a 0, then it's new, and I mean a 1, it's new, and if it's a 10, then it's full, and it'll work its way. No, wait, if it's a 5, it's full. If it's a 1, it's new. Anything in between is is
Crescent.
waxing, and everything after is waning.
Okay, so it's
Wow, that's a slow
Nice.
die roll on
very,
my
very
thing.
waning.
Okay, so yeah, it's almost a new moon again. So
So
there's
it's
just a
weak.
sliver up there.
Okay, so
I
we'll
probably
see.
should have looked up what the heck, because I mean it's like it's supposed to be like right now, so I could have looked up and said what the moon is tonight. But yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Okay.
look at Hector. How long does your buffness last?
For a while. I'm long and I'm strong.
Okay.
What you talking about, bitch? I'm always buffness.
You're extra super.
You would have
buff.
said that, man.
Um,
No, I wouldn't have said that, but I'm good. Yeah, I'm good.
Guys, I don't think we can kill a werewolf.
I think we first need to get
Not
Craig out.
without, yeah. Enrique says not without some time to prep and be ready. We need some silver, and then man, if there's more than one,
Well, it's
No.
Craig. Craig, you didn't. You said it was only one wolf. Craig saw, right? The other one was, and Mila didn't taste any other blood other than that one.
Yeah, I tasted. There's kindred blood, something new blood, which I'm assuming is probably lupine, and then dog. And then the three humans out here were ghouls. I assume.
Yeah,
So
that-
look,
Just because
I
there's
understand.
one wolf that was in a fight doesn't mean that there ain't others.
Right.
We have no way of
Yeah,
knowing.
Especially if it was just a friendly bout between them. He said they walked away chummy.
Laughing and.
Yeah. All right. Well. Here's the thing, though. Here's my issue, though. Is, this threat exists, and we're supposed to protect this kingdom from outside threats. So we can't just say, oh, that sounds too hard, I'm gonna leave it alone and walk away like we never,
Oh, no, we're not. We're not.
That's not what I'm saying, Hector. That's not what we're saying. But we have to go back and prepare first so that we can fight them. We can come back to the house. Look, the thing is we're not going to be able. We can't fight them now, and we can't. 3 of their ghouls are dead. They're going to know something happened. They're gonna move.
Exactly, and then we'll lose a chance. And these people, wherever they are, right? They've showed up here. They don't know that we're onto them. Once they come back and they see these dead bodies and they see the damage done and all that stuff, they're gonna know that we know where they are. Then they're gonna move. We're gonna lose our opportunity. So
Unless
maybe
we have Mila do surveillance while invisible.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what we could do. I was gonna say we could. Why don't we surround the perimeter, right? Watch who comes back. If it's if it's too much for us to take on, we can make that call at time. But if it's just like a couple of them, we may want to pounce. And honestly, we should probably call back to Prince James right now and tell him we got a real situation. We need all hands on deck.
I will.
Yeah.
Sheriff
And-
Alex says that's my responsibility.
Oh, I was just gonna ask: is he he's Prince James Sheriff, right?
Yes.
All right, Alex, well, we need all hands on deck. I mean, everybody we got at this point. We're dealing with.
are all hands on deck. I'm the sheriff, and you've got the enforcer from both of the Anarch Barons. This is all hands on deck. What else are
Okay.
you hoping for here?
My
More
suggestion-
kindred, more numbers.
You want to
More.
fill our ranks with a bunch of non-combat Toreador. I don't see how that's going to help.
First and foremost, I think we need to get Craig somewhere safe.
Yeah, I could do that. And in fact, I was
Oh.
going to send him back with the whole gym guys, but I'll keep the 7 of them here, and one of them could take them back and get them set up.
Because I don't think we should have him here when they return, first of all. And then if you all want to go, hide somewhere or something, I'll just stay here invisible and see what shows up and where they go, and then let y'all know. We can kind of go from there.
Yeah, surround the perimeter, keep eyes on, and Alex, can we at least get a bunch of people to bring us silver weapons? I mean, I'd like to switch out this wooden stake for a silver one if possible. Then we'll
Oh,
be
I
fighting there.
want to know. Hold on. Need to
Yeah.
look up.
That we can.
Alex,
I mean,
we
I don't know
have-
about getting you a silver steak made right away, but we could get some
No.
silver.
Where is it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
let's get
do
some
we have
silver.
bullets that have been gilded with silver?
Yeah, I've got some. I'll go get them.
Okay, here's the plan. Here's the risk. We don't know if they're going to approach on foot or by vehicle. If we try to form a perimeter around the house, it's possible that one of them will run into one of our positions, and then whoever they run into will just be killed immediately. We'll get ambushed in our attempted ambush. So what we need to do is we need to have Mila be in a safe lookout position and be invisible. We'll stage nearby in vehicles.
Enriquez steps up next to Mila.
Who steps up next to Mila?
Enriquez.
Uh,
I'll stay
Quest-
too.
Add a character question, but it's probably a dumb one.
What?
Scorpion's touch specifically. Well, it says.
I don't know
that
shit about Scorpion's touch. What is
It
that?
affects it affects mortals and vampires. So
Okay.
it would not affect lupine, right?
I don't know. Let me read it.
Okay, so
It's not
where
going
you
to
put-
say that in stuff, so it
Oh,
probably
okay.
does.
Yeah, read it.
Let me find
read
it.
it.
Yeah, go ahead and read it to me if you're looking at it.
Oh, okay. It says the vampire can transmute some of their blood into a paralyzing poison capable of affecting mortals and vampires alike.
Oh, that won't work on them. No.
Okay. But it would work.
They have too
on...
much. They have too quick of regeneration.
But he specifically
The only poison that hurts them is silver.
Okay. But Craig specifically said the gray one had been around longer, so we're thinking that could possibly be the Gangrel one, so it would work on him. Right?
If he's a vampire,
It could,
yes.
yeah.
Okay, so I have to concentrate for a turn for blood read open.
Hector, your crew that you have,
Takes a turn in the next
are they? Do they have guns?
Gustavo does. The rest of them don't.
So what? You want them to fight a vampire hand to hand? They'll all die. They need to stay at a distance. They can't do anything against him.
Yeah, I mean, the best they could do is like melee weapons and stuff like that.
They still.
I mean, I don't know. Wait.
still
I don't.
die.
I would see. I would imagine. I just didn't want to like give myself. We haven't talked this out, Sestonn. I'm just thinking. 7 tactical people that practice MMA all the time in Texas. Chances are they do have guns, but
Well, El
Don't most
Paso
people in
is
Texas
a
have
very
guns?
Democrat city. Guns are not as prevalent here as you would
Oh, okay.
find in Dallas.
So,
So,
Okay.
any one of them that's white has a good 50% chance of having a gun. Any one of them that's black, probably also about a 50%, especially if he has military family or if he was a street thug. Even if he was a street thug in high school and now he's out of it, and then as far as the Hispanic culture, I would say any of them that were part of street violence will, even if they let go of it, they may still, if they're still in it, they will. But if they've
Do we
let
just
go
want
of
to roll
it
a
as they got
d6 to see
older,
how many are carrying?
and any of them that are, just a normal guy who's, into sport athletics is most likely not going to be armed.
I rolled a d6 and I got a 2. So could we say 2 of them are carrying?
Yeah.
Why don't we let me roll it because they're my guys, so maybe I'll get a better roll.
That's fine.
Go ahead.
So hold on. It would be D7, right? Because there's 7
There's no
of them
D7. Just roll a D6. One of them for sure doesn't.
Okay, let's see. God damn it. D6. All right.
4.
Okay, so 4.
Yep, 4 of them are armed. In fact, maybe a couple of them have armed themselves ever since they got this job. So, maybe there were 2 that were armed, that are like normal armed guys, and then the other 2 have like, well, if we're going to be helping Hector, maybe we should get a gun. Yeah, man, let's go to the pawn shop and get a gun. So now you got 4 guys that have guns.
Okay. Well, Hector,
And the other
need
3
to stay
guys are
back.
like, you guys are stupid. We don't even have gun training. We're better off fighting them. No way, man. You won't fight me. I'll shoot you right now. So, they're just playing around. Yeah. Anyway, 4 of them have guns.
Oh, God. Yeah, it's just like, just
Of course,
sending
you should
in
keep
the.
in mind that these ghouls have mortal resistance. So where you guys take a gunshot wound from normal bullets and only take half of that damage, they do not. In fact, not only do they not take half damage, but it's not superficial damage to them. When a human is shot, it's aggravated damage. So
Of course.
gunshots are really dangerous to your ghouls.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're probably gonna keep a distance. I mean, they're just kind of there.
The only
in
thing
case.
that ghouls and mortals suffer as superficial damage is like punching and kicking.
Mm.
Weapons cause them aggravated damage.
Yeah. So they need.
Oh,
to
by the way,
stay-
that's 4. That doesn't. Gustavo's makes 5.
Oh,
though,
yeah, I
right?
wasn't
'Cause
counting
he
him.
Definitely
Yeah,
had it. Right.
uh-huh.
Okay. And he's
Yeah.
trained.
Yeah.
But like the thing is,
He
they're gonna need
probably
silver
has
bullets.
firearms 3. These 4 guys probably have firearms 1.
Yeah. And
Especially
they need.
the
I
2
mean,
new guys who decided they should have a gun.
but they're gonna need silver bullets and stuff like that brought to them.
Yeah.
I don't feel like we should waste the silver bullets on them, depending on how many we have. And it depends on the ammunition.
Are you guys
because-
still here? Time is going by. It's been 30 minutes now.
Yeah. look, let's
Enriquez
set
and
the-
Mila are going to stay.
Okay.
No. Wait. Enriquez, you can't go invisible. So what are you
What the hell
doing?
are you
You're only
talking
gonna
about? Didn't I
Oh, he can
fucking
go
teach
invisible?
you that?
how to be invisible?
Yeah.
Oh, he can go invisible. Okay, I'm sorry, I didn't say that. Then I should know
Okay.
that.
I think he
I didn't
taught you
realize he
that.
could go invisible. No, I don't have invisibility. I have the one
Silence?
where I can. Yes, stay completely silent. All right.
Yeah. No, he's
Yeah.
got 2 points in obfuscate. He's got
Okay, never mind. Yeah, sorry, I
Um,
didn't say that. Then.
standing still invisibility for free, and for a rouse check moving.
Yeah,
he's got
never
both.
mind. I didn't say that to him. Yeah,
Okay.
Sorry.
Let's stage in two vehicles. We'll
Remember, he
find
was raised by
obscure-
Mother. He was raised by the Nosferatu.
Let's stage a distance away. We'll get Mila and Enriquez on lines on the phone. We'll do a 3-way call, actually. Obviously, class talk. So, just talking generic terms. Alex, how quickly can we get Silver over here?
I'll go now. Come on, Rudolfo. Okay, and they go and they go for a walk for the couple of blocks and then get in their car. Two Jacks is also leaving. I think I can get some silver.
Okay.
I don't know, but I bet you Vincent's got some idea. I might even be able to pull some of the Bruja out to come and do this shit as long as they don't think we're gonna fight a fucking lupine.
Let's just try our best. Do what you can. Keep track of what kind of ammunition it is so we can figure out where it can go.
Yep.
Some of these people don't exactly know their way around vents.
Okay.
I
Two
sort of
Jacks is
look
gone.
towards the van.
Okay, so everybody's gone except for Enriquez.
And my
Yeah, and Mila. Okay, where do you guys go? You guys are going to the gym?
Well, those of us, we're just gonna. No, I mean, I thought we were gonna stage in vehicles like
I don't know.
outside of the immediate.
Yeah. We're gonna
just
stage
near
in
the
a
house.
vehicle,
Okay.
like sort of lay low. Find a somewhat obscured part to park our cars.
Okay.
Like a block away, right? Just out of line of sight of the house.
Yeah, that's pretty much where your cars were parked already.
I'd say a little further. I'd say about 5, but we can immediately speed in very quickly.
Yeah, because
5
you have
blocks?
people there.
Alright.
You don't need to be in I because you have
Okay.
people there.
Okay. All right.
So, how many vehicles do we have? I'm assuming there were 2. I'm assuming we have the van and
Alex and
we'll say my
Rodolfo
car.
came in their own. Two Jacks came on a motorcycle. Enriquez came on a motorcycle. So his motorcycle's still there. Two Jacks is leaving. Sheriff Alex left.
okay. So I'll have we'll say Mila.
The only one that
and-
brought ghouls to this possible fight was Hector.
Yeah, so Mila
If
and
any of these other guys have ghouls, they did not bring them.
So Jessica and I guess it'd be just me and Jessica in my car, and then Hector and his gang in the Angry Oso's van.
Is the by the way, is the gym within walking distance from here? Because I'm sending we're sending Craig back with one of them.
It is. It's going to take about like It's like 3 miles. 2 to 3 miles.
Oh,
So,
shit.
yeah, it's
Well,
walking distance, but it's going to take a little bit of time. It's not right away. It'll be like
But I
30
don't know if
minutes
I
to
want to do
get there.
that because if they see him walking, they're gonna. You don't know
Yeah,
what.
should we not drive him over there?
Yeah.
Too far?
All right. So I'm gonna tell the ghouls. Listen, I'm gonna chill with these guys. You guys take him back to the gym. Drop him off with one of you. The rest of you, meaning all of you that have guns, are coming back here. And then and meet up with us back over at this other vehicle. So in the meantime, I'll sit in the vehicle with Jack and them.
So one of them, we'll call him Keith, says, hey boss.
Yeah.
And he glances over at still starving Craig that you want them to escort. Says, are you sure that one of us
shit.
is enough to watch this guy?
Oh, god damn it.
I mean, I'm all
Fuck.
willing to
All right,
do
I'm
it, but I just wanted to make sure that you thought it all the way through, boss.
No, that's a good. Fuck, that's a good point. Hey, listen. So I'm gonna turn to Jack and Myla and Jessica. Listen. I'm gonna run back to the gym with these guys real fast, and my plan is we're going to secure Craig. In the meantime, to make sure that it's safe for to leave a couple of these guys with him.
Greg, are you okay with that? Do you understand why we're doing it?
No, you don't know
No,
shit.
but I trust you.
These guys are
Yeah.
better
Okay,
than
so
those other
no-
guys, I think. Yeah.
Okay. Well, all right. If he's okay with it, just make sure he understands we're not doing the same thing that was being done to him. Meet us at, we're gonna park at corner 4th and 11.
Gotcha. I'll be there in hopefully 10 minutes.
All right. So we'll get in our car and
What's
we'll
Jessica doing?
basically.
I'm
Because going with
I'm
Craig
hanging with
might not
Jack.
be a
Well,
bad
it's gonna
idea.
be-
What'd you say?
No, I thought it was going with Jack.
Well, you don't have to.
Well, I don't know what else to do.
You could go with Craig. Craig is
Oh, that
definitely
is
kind of
my
broken.
Yeah, no, you're right. That's kind of in her nature. So you're right. I think I'd rather go with Craig.
Okay, so at least now
Aren't
you
we
guys
gonna need
do
her for
have
the
a
fight,
kindred
though?
going. She doesn't have a whole lot to contribute to a fight.
No,
Which is
I'm
kind of the point that Tujax
really
or
happy
that
that
Sheriff
I have
Alex
one
made to you
thing.
when you said that we should bring everybody. There's not a whole lot of point to bringing non-convict peeps to a fight.
She's got things she
She's
can
got some
contribute.
domination, and she does have a gun.
Right. Right. That's bodies that we need to fight that have more strength than mortals. But if we need, okay, I mean, if you want to stay out of this and you just watch, so then you want to be the one to watch Craig, then here's the keys to the gym. Shoot, I'll have one of the guys, actually, yeah, I'll have one of the guys drive you there, set you
I'm
up,
cool with
you
that,
stay
boss.
there with him.
Keith says, "I'm cool with that. I can take her. Or at least now I got one of you."
Okay, is that cool with you, Jessica?
Yeah.
All right, so that's what we'll do. So Keith takes her back with the other, and then me and the rest of the crew, we can just kind of hang out at that corner,
Okay.
where Jack's talking about.
Myla and Enriquez. What are you guys doing? I mean, you don't know what Enriquez... He turned invisible when nobody was looking.
Yeah, that's what I'm about to do too. I just didn't make a rouse check. Or do you want to take the one I did earlier? It's up to you.
What? No. Make one.
My new. Okay. Yay! I didn't get hungry this time.
No, you didn't. I'm not going to make one for her friend.
Listen, would I keep blood bags at the gym, by the way? Because I'm getting so hungry, I'll probably ask one of these.
Where would you
probably
get
ask
them
Keith
from?
to bring me back the blood bags?
Do you get them from Myla?
No, I mean, I guess I'd save them from my kills or whatever, or I mean, not kills.
They
my,
go bad.
Oh, they go bad eventually? Okay.
Yeah, they go bad in
fine.
like 1 day.
Jeez.
Mila's not getting them from her kills.
Mm-mm.
Mila's getting them from the Tremere.
Oh.
If you're hungry, then why don't we channel that towards maybe getting some lupine blood? Is that
All right,
something
I'm
we
with
can
it.
do?
That'll keep the edge on. Yeah, okay. I'm close to frenzying though, man. I feel like I may lose my shit once this shit kicks off, so I hope this works out.
Well, who knows? Maybe we'll need you to frenzy.
Let's look up hunger frenzy real
Okay.
quick, just because we are all inexperienced with that kind of thing. Do. And I will read it. First, let me find that. Frenzy. Oh. Frenzy, page 219. I was way off. Here we go. Frenzy waits for every vampire, a constant threat to their fragile peace. Outside circumstances usually provoke a frenzy, snapping the thin leash of the snarling beast within, the ultimate expression of the basest drives of the blood. A frenzy looses the beast without thought or remorse, the predator in full abandonment. A vampire in frenzy loses all capacity for rational thought, driven solely by rage, starvation, or panic. They do whatever it takes to rip their provocation to pieces, slake their hunger, or escape the perceived threat, usually violently and with plenty of collateral damage. Unlike many other impulses of the blood, a frenzy is never subtle. To resist frenzy, the vampire rolls willpower against a difficulty set by the storyteller based on the level of provocation. Vampires add dice to 1/3 of their humanity, rounded down, to their willpower pool when resisting frenzy. A vampire resists frenzy on a normal win, but must spend a turn to suppress the impulse. On a critical win, they resist the frenzy without losing a turn. Now, hunger frenzy. Temptation causes hunger frenzy. The beast always craves more blood. Every time a vampire fails a rouse check while at hunger 5, they must make a hunger frenzy test. Depending on the chronicle, the storyteller can enforce hunger frenzy tests more or less strictly, but they should always remain a possibility. During a hunger frenzy, the vampire seeks fresh human blood from the closest source. If the closest source is their touchstone, one hopes the player still has enough willpower to spend to take control of the vampire and send them after a different target. So, when these signs of provocation are sight of an open wound or overpowering smell of blood while at hunger 4 or higher would give you a difficulty of 2. The taste of blood while at hunger 4 or higher is a difficulty of 3. Failing a rouse check at hunger 5 is a difficulty 4. So the sight of blood will give you a difficulty 2 hunger check. The taste of blood will give you a difficulty 3 hunger check.
Yeah, this is so I would say no, I don't think it's a good idea to have me if we can avoid it. If we can avoid it, we should avoid me going into this fight.
Not to
already
mention the
feeling
scene
way I'm
is
feeling.
changed and all of your buffs are gone.
Oh, are they? Okay, so see, I didn't understand. All right, I thought this was still. Oh, damn.
Once
Yeah,
you
I
left
need
the
blood.
house, once you left the house, once the scene ended, then we're really once
Okay,
you
I
left
didn't
the
realize the
basement.
scene was over.
That was the scene was going through the house. So the scene's over, and all of your things have worn off.
Maybe just focus on the vampire.
I don't think it works like that, buddy. I think
don't.
if
I don't mean
if
in a
we-
frenzy. I mean just don't use your supernatural strength.
you want me to go into a fight, or we're gonna be fighting to the death potentially with werewolves, and not, how about a better solution? Is Mila? Is there some way somebody I can send one of the guys, one of the ghouls, to your place, scoop some of that blood up for me?
Is this conversation
bring it
happening
back.
before you guys left and Mila's scouting the house?
Yes.
Oh yeah, when we were
Okay.
making the plan, yeah, this would have
Okay.
been part of the. So she's saying yes, we can do that.
Do.
Milo,
What? Sorry.
Oh, is that cool? Like, can we send Keith by your house on the way back and grab some blood for me?
Yeah. Mm.
Drive through.
Is that?
One of the other
I know
guys,
this isn't
we're
comfortable,
gonna
but
call
we're about to get
him-
into a big scrap.
One of the other guys, we're gonna call him Juan. He
All
says,
right.
he whispers into Hector's ear, "Hey, man, you could take some from me."
How did we talked about that? That's not good for me to be feeding for my ghouls, right?
It's not, but you are in a situation.
Yeah, but if
It is not, and even if you only take 1 blood point from him, well, we don't use blood points. That's the previous edition. If you slake 1 hunger from him, he is not going to be effective in combat.
so maybe it needs to be Keith then, if that happens. But
Anyway,
Here's the
this dude Juan is suggesting it. So he sees that you're hungry,
Yeah,
and
but-
he wants to do everything he can to make you happy. So
thank you, but nah, we need you.
I will give Keith.
okay,
the key.
man. If you change your mind, I'm here.
I'll give
Thank
Keith
you.
the key to my cooler. If I
Okay.
do not get my key back, I'm taking him out. That's the deal.
Ooh.
You don't gotta make threats.
Okay.
These guys are good. They do what
I
I tell
know,
them
but
to
I'm
do. They're
just
good.
telling you.
That's okay.
This is
That's okay, Miss
guilty.
Mila. I'm not gonna take nothing. Keith says, "I'm not gonna take
But I
nothing
do-
that you don't want me to take."
All right. So you
But I do say to Mila, like I do say, like, look, I say to Mila, look, I respect you, and you made your point, but there's no need to threaten my guys.
I'm just telling you. I protect my stuff. So here. So you
We
get.
all protect your stuff, and I protect my guys.
Yeah. Okay. That's fine. Sounds good. I want my key back. So
Go get your key back.
Okay, you tell him where you keep it.
Yeah.
How many are there, and how many is he taking?
How many do you want?
What will it take to get my hunger back down to, let's say, 1 if you can spare it, because that's
That would be
three
three. You're at
plates.
4, so that
I
would
need
be
3.
3 bags.
Yeah,
How?
is that something she can give up?
Yeah, because I'm sure I don't want to
You
have.
probably get about 3 bags a week.
I get 3 bags a week.
Yeah, unless you have an emergency and have to request more. Yeah.
And if I have like a special fridge or whatever that can keep them, how long do they last in there? If I have like industrial.
Oh, I don't know. They probably last. I don't know.
Hey, look, if you're
Oh,
hard
like
up
a
for blood
month,
after
I
this,
guess?
I will help you. I will help you hunt down whatever you need. It's not like I'm asking because I'm lazy and I could go out and get my own. We're in a
I
situation here,
understand
so
I'm just saying, like, I have shit the way I want it. You know what I mean? Like, it bothers me to have somebody in my house getting in my shit that's not me. But
and I understand that, and I respect that.
So
I'm just saying I wouldn't even ask if we weren't in this situation.
I know, but it is what it is. So anyway, I'll hand him the key and I'll tell him to grab 2 bags.
Okay.
And
And
then
lock-
not in front of her, I pull Keith aside and go, "Hey, listen, man, for real, do not you go in there. You get the blood bags. Don't touch it. Don't even look at other shit. All right, you got to respect how delicate
If he was
this is."
planning to maybe take something, now he absolutely will not. Or at least he'll
Yeah.
have to pass a willpower check to do
You
it.
would take
So. Okay.
No, like, well, so out of character here, I would say Hector is going to make a big point about don't threaten my guys. My guys wouldn't do any of this shit, but he's also still going to,
Tell him
behind the
not to do it,
scenes,
yeah.
make sure, hey, motherfucker, you know what I mean? Like, you're not even going to have to worry about her if you do some, she won't find you because you'll be, you know what I mean? But I wouldn't say that to him either. I'm just, he knows.
You don't have
he knows
to.
what
He's
it is.
bloodbound. You just
Yeah.
tell him.
Yeah.
Don't you
Yeah.
even look at other stuff. You just go in, you get the shit, and leave.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, boss. I got it.
All right.
Okay. And then they leave with Jessica and with Craig. Craig.
Craig.
Okay. So
Right.
Keith drops Jessica and Craig off at the gym. Then he goes to get blood from Mila's house. Then he brings that blood back. And then I guess he's going to go back to help protect Jessica from Craig? Or is he going to stay back here?
I think we need
No,
him
we
in
need
the
the
van.
van. Yeah, we need the van.
So.
Okay.
Because right now
Jessica
it's
can
me and my
handle
boys
Craig.
hanging
Alright,
out
so
on the street.
Are you
pretty
so you going to send one other guy to stay with Jessica? Or are you just going to have
What makes
take care of
Jessica
Craig?
feel comfortable?
I
mean, I was gonna keep all hands on deck.
Probably not
she's going to
having any
babysit.
of your ghouls there would make Jessica most comfortable.
Yeah, that's fine. I don't want, we need all hands on deck. That's fine. I trust her in our she's part of the coterie, right? Trust her in our abode.
Jessica's got a gun. She can shoot him if he goes crazy.
She's also got dominate powers. So.
Yeah, so she can mind control him and then shoot him. Or flip that order. But
Plus, he doesn't seem like he's very powerful right now anyway. So
No, he does not. Plus, he has no idea how to do any of his kindred shit.
Right.
So
yeah, so just, slap him. No!
The only threat is that he's starving and he might not be able to control it.
Yeah. But again,
has Alex
plan B,
has Alex
slap him.
gotten back, or has he called about
No,
if
it hasn't
he's
been very
back with
long.
the stuff?
No, it hasn't been very long.
Okay, I'm gonna call him. I'm just gonna say ETA for the goods.
You get back. Question. I'm not even there yet. Question mark. And then a whole nother text. I'm not even there yet. And then another text. Don't send texts.
I used blank terms. That's not. I meant to call him, but
Okay.
whatever.
That's why you need to be sheriff.
Exactly. The fact that we don't just have that on hand is ridiculous.
Have what
Needs
on?
to be ready.
Silver bullets?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, in all fairness, we didn't realize that we'd be fighting
That's up to you
werewolves.
guys.
It's a bot.
You guys want silver
Yeah.
bullets? You need to keep them for yourself.
Yeah.
But we didn't. I mean, there was no indication, right? Like there's the Sabbat don't fuck with werewolves, as far as we know, right?
No, they do not.
So why would we even think? That's why.
Gangrel sometimes fuck with werewolves.
I think that's what's
But
happening.
that's why when you asked me about the steak, you said I wanted what was going to kill vampires because I'm expecting Sabbat. Yep. If I even thought there'd be a werewolf, I would have said silver. Then
Mm-hmm. It's not that easy to get silver bullets made.
Yeah.
And the
It's
Second
expensive.
Inquisition is watching for any kind of weird shit like that. It's expensive, and you have to have it done in secret. Not
But
I
only
imagine
do
the
the
kingdom has
Second
to have,
Inquisition looking for that shit, but fucking city werewolves are looking for that shit. There are tech werewolves just like there are tech vampires.
Yeah, the best you can really do is if your targets have silver, steal it from them or take their stuff after, give it to your guy, have him melt it down, and then have him put a thin layer on the bullet so that they can penetrate. And then, of course, there's the need to get incendiary rounds, which are going to be super hard to get because the stupid Second Inquisition is going to be buying them all up.
Yep. They're making them.
Bullshit.
Okay.
Anyway,
So I
We
think
just need to
I think
wait
we'll
then.
stop here. Oh wait. As we put us, let's see. Who is the most likely of the four of you to get a phone call about normal coterie stuff?
wait, about normal coterie stuff?
From someone in a position of power.
Me.
Now,
Jack.
if it was Sheriff Alex, he would call Jack for sure. Well, let's say one of the clan Primogen.
If it was Goldman, he'd call me.
It's not Goldman, and Goldman is Prince of Las Cruces now.
Oh, that's right. If it was,
I'm the only Bruja, like official Bruja in the. I mean,
There's no
not
Bruja
Anarch.
Primogen either.
I'm sorry.
There's a Bruja
I'm sorry,
part of
the
the
Anarch.
Anarchs. Yeah.
I'm the only
what's the name
Anarch.
Right.
What's the name
Yeah.
of the new
If it's
Ventru
an
Primogen?
anarch, then they're most likely to call you. So I
Right.
guess
If Goldman's puppet calls,
this-
he'll call me.
I guess it depends because Mila has a lot of secret stuff going on, so it depends if they would.
Okay,
if
we're
it's
gonna say
about it.
we're gonna say it's Jack. So Jack gets a phone call from an unknown number.
I say hello and I wait, expecting a
Okay, so
telemarketer to call.
I forgot this guy's name. Just a second. I'll leave you guys on this page.
Even vampires get spam calls.
Yeah.
Damn
Okay.
likely.
Like, damn it, I'm on the do not call
So-
list.
You get a call from actually you get a call from Spider.
Hey,
Hey man, so like the Toreador Primogen wants to talk to you guys. She's waiting at that bar in your domain. The
is it urgent?
Crusty Nipple.
Is
I
it
mean,
urgent?
She told me to fucking call you, man. I got to do what I got to do. I don't know if it's urgent. You want
Do
me
you
to
have a
ask her?
number that you can give me? Can you give me
Yeah,
her phone
I
number?
Yeah, I can give you her number. Well, I mean,
All right,
it's
pull out my
Nathan's
pen and
number.
paper.
I don't think it's
What's
going to
the
be her
number?
number. I think it's going to be Nathan's number.
Damn it, Spider!
Nathan's-
Give me the number.
Nathan's kind of her young boy, you know.
Okay, I don't
Okay,
care.
he
Give me
gives-
the
yeah,
number.
He gives you the number.
I don't mean to be
That's not
mean
a-
to Spider,
that's not
but
a
like this is
Spider
not
never
the
really
moment.
talked to
I'm
him.
trying to give Spider as close to the personality that Juicy gave him back in episode 2 of the prologue.
He sounds like
Yeah.
the spider from Goodfellas. You're like,
Yeah,
no,
I
you're
don't
not
even
all right,
know
Spider.
Okay.
You said he was all right, Spider. No, Spider, you're not fucking all right.
Okay, so yeah. All right. I did my job then, man. All right, I'm out.
All right, thank you.
Okay.
And don't mention their clan names on the phone, fucking idiot.
Oh
Hang on.
shit, man! I did it again. God damn it! I miss my
Okay.
internet.
Hang on. God, he better pray to God there isn't FISA coverage on our calls, or we're fucked.
I
But
miss my
anyway,
ShrekNet, man. It's fucking horrible.
now I'm gonna call that number.
Okay.
Hmm.
Yeah, this is Nathan.
Hey, I need to talk to your boss. This is Jack.
Like, the Jack?
Yes, this is the Jack.
Hey, man,
Sorry,
we're
I'm in
at
a-
your bar.
Okay, well that's great. We're in an emergency situation right now, so whatever she needs to talk about is gonna have to wait unless it's pressing.
All right. Well, I mean, here. Let me give the phone to Miss Cynthia. Miss Cynthia. Okay. I'm going to pull you guys over into the crusty nipple scene.
Okay.
Okay, so from an outside perspective, you guys are not present, but an outside perspective, this is a really grungy, grimy, old bar, and there ain't nobody in here except for the 3 of them and the bartender.
Hmm.
I thought the crusty nipple would be classy.
No, there's
Yeah,
nothing
like,
classy in this
totally.
neighborhood. Yeah.
Like,
Okay, so
Only martinis.
Yeah.
And fresh fruit.
yeah, she
Cynthia,
takes the
this is
phone
Jack.
from
Cynthia, this is Jack. I'm in the
Hey,
middle of a
Jack.
police
I'm at-
emergency right
You're in the
now.
middle of what? Police emergency? All right.
Police
deal with that then.
emergency. No.
You deal with
Okay.
that then. When you're done, come meet
Um,
us at your bar. We're at the Crusty Nipple bar, not the other one. The other one's actually kind
Ow.
of nice.
Oh,
And then she hands
We'll
the
see.
phone back to Nathan. Hey man, did you get that?
yes, I got it. I'll call you guys back if I'm not dead. I hang up.
Okay. He said he'll call us back if he's not dead. Well, then I hope he calls us back, don't I? Okay. Hey! And Nathan goes up to the bartender. He's like, hey, what you got here that doesn't suck? And then we're gonna go back to dogfight.
Whatever the Toreador goofballs are doing right now, don't care.
We're not actually inside, but I don't have a picture of, sitting outside in the street.
Yeah.
Oh, we'll just end it here.
Any-
I wanted
Okay.
to end it, but I wanted to let you guys be aware of the fact that something else is going on too.
yeah.
Okay.
I thought
So
we were
there
gonna
we
get in a
go.
fight.
We will end here, and hopefully next time you guys don't fight a fucking pack of lupines.
It's only one, right? You guaranteed
It
us
could
it was
be.
only one, Sestonn. You said one
I
werewolf.
remember a time when Valentina told you guys that the worst part of fighting lupines is that there's never only one of them.
He did.
Hmm.
Yeah, all we know is that there was blood of one, but there could have been 17 werewolves there at the same time, all
That's
watching.
something that wasn't a vampire.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I realize this is probably a really fucked up situation, but it's like, it's like if you're a police officer and you show up at a home in a really fucked up situation, you can't just be like, well, that's too hard, so I'm just gonna go back to the station and pretend that never happened.
Yeah.
Like, you gotta do what you gotta do.
In the World of Darkness police, that does happen.
Well, yeah, but okay, so you shouldn't do that.
Yeah,
in
you
real
shouldn't
life,
do that,
well,
right,
we've
yeah.
seen that happen, but no, you shouldn't. Yeah,
And it
real life
probably
we've
happens
seen.
in real life sometimes. Maybe it's not like
Oh, it has happened. I mean,
life-threatening.
we've seen a school.
not
No, we've seen a
life-threatening,
school get
it's just-
shot up,
Oh yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
right.
I mean,
and the cop was
it's-
hiding
it's-
behind a car.
Yeah, it's more akin really to like a low intensity conflict type thing where it's like, oh, we found an enemy base, but God knows we can't take it right now, so we're just gonna have to retreat for now and make plans. Like it's more like that, honestly. Since we
Okay,
don't
so
have to.
I can bring up to you guys kindred that you know of that would be useful in a fight against anybody. Speedy. Miguel, but he's dead.
Rat King.
Valentina. Rat King. Both of which are now, holding titles that are important, too important for them to risk themselves in something like this. Prince James.
Yeah, but to me, if the Sabbat are in our area in a base and hold up with wolves, and we now have them by surprise, this would be the time to strike with everybody that we got, important or not.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
generals
one thing-
don't lead on the front lines.
Yeah, generals. Yeah, first, generals don't lead on the front lines. And second,
Some of them do.
the older you are, the more important it is for
Look
you
at
to survive.
Mattis on the.
You think of nothing else but
people.
survival. So
I
the
get it.
Bruja
They're-
are a little bit different. You may get some Bruja to come and help you. Vincent may even come.
Yeah,
But
'cause he can
but
fight.
the other clans, especially the older they are, the more they stay away from shit.
Yeah,
don't
and-
have to
I mean,
agree
and don't
with
get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. I understand what's like. So
Uh-huh.
as a player here, I understand the pushback, but I think what Hector's trying to say, is no. This is
Oh
the
yeah,
moment,
Hector's right, but he also hasn't been alive for 100 years and started feeling that drive where the only thing that matters is my survival.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. He's thinking like it's going to be greater later. This could be our shot, and if we let them go, then all of the extra thinking, you know what I mean, that we're going to do. Like we have a saying in the Marines, and it goes something like a decent plan violently executed now is preferable over a well thought out great plan executed too late.
I think that's a Patton quote.
No, well, I was taught it in the Marines, so
Yeah, I think
It
that
could
came
be
from
back.
Patton, George
yeah,
Patton.
it could be.
Yeah, I mean,
But that, I mean, that
I
goes.
100%
That's
agree
all of
with
our
you.
philosophy.
Yeah, I 100% agree with you. That makes sense from a strategic sense because maybe this is like an opening partnership between basically two enemies, and if
Right.
you can basically get a lock on it very quickly, and it turns out very bad, and they're like, well, shit, we had some lupines partnering with some Sabbat, and they all got killed. Like, it
And
may
catch 'em by
shut down that
surprise.
avenue.
Yeah, and catch them by surprise, because once those fuckers come back to that house and they see like that their shit has been discovered, they're gonna go underground. They're gonna be a lot more strategic. It's gonna be you're never gonna catch them with their pants like that down like that again.
Yeah.
I think we just happened to luck into that situation because of that whole dogfight
You guys
scenario
did
that Craig
just
created.
luck into this situation, and then when he went investigating it, he found Sabbat ghouls. So, yep.
Yeah, and it's kind of it's all thanks to Craig, right? Like unwittingly, like he's, and then he pays the price for it, which is why another reason why Hector's like, fuck that, I'm not gonna feed this guy to the wolves, no pun intended, but
Literally.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Okay.
literally.
Are you guys ready for tonight's question?
Yes.
Let's start with serious jest with Hector. What is Hector's goals right now? What's Hector's desire? What's he looking for in the short term and in the long term?
Oh, I thought you meant like, all right, well, short term. Are we talking immediate situation? Because he's
No,
looking
not
to
immediate.
crush
I mean
this.
short term, like over the next year or so, and long term over the next forever.
Hector just wants to assure the safety of those that he cares about, and to protect the oppressed as they come up. So he's not one of these guys that's looking like long term. Where do you see yourself? He's taking it day by day. He's a guy that just like he trains constantly for situations where he's going to have to use his gifts to step up for other people that aren't able to do that for themselves. And so off books, we know he's part of a secret organization. And basically, it all boils down to protect the those who can't protect themselves from those who would from the tyranny of those who would abuse their power.
Okay, so he doesn't
And that's
have
short term and long term.
So long term, he doesn't have anything specific yet, like
No ambitions.
hoping to bring down Goldman or Vincent or
he doesn't like either of those guys.
Anarchs. Remove the Camarilla, any of this?
No.
Okay.
He's actually content with the situation because he likes Prince James.
Mm-hmm.
And he, as far as Goldman and Vincent, they are not currently, like, he doesn't like them, but they're not currently a direct threat. So he's keeping an eye on them. And the same thing with the Sabbat, the Sabbat are a big threat, and this immediate situation is a threat. So he's just kind of like, I'll take every day as it comes. I'll knock down the threats where I can. And in the meantime, just try to look out for everybody. What's that? Oh, yeah. And that's
talking to someone else.
And keep perfecting my one-liners for when I kick in doors.
Okay. Yeah, that was pretty great. Okay. Mila, how about you? What is Mila's short-term desires and long-term ambition?
Well, I guess like all term would be just to keep her secret a secret.
That's her desire. That's her short-term.
I guess. I mean, it kind of goes for both, I suppose. But yeah, I mean, that's like her immediate all the time thing. And then I think, like, ambition-wise, she just wants to be important to the Camarilla. She wants to be, whenever anybody needs to be taken out, she wants to be the first one that gets called. Like, she wants to get to that point where she's trusted with the biggest hits,
Okay, so her ambition is to grow my status as an assassin.
Yes.
Okay. Anything else you want to talk about on the matter, or we move on?
I think that's it.
Okay. Is Janina still here? I heard somebody click.
Yeah, I had to log off and then log back on, but I'm here.
Okay. So, what is Jessica's short-term desire and long-term ambition? I'm changing you guys' character sheets with this, by the way. Because before,
Okay,
all you
yeah.
guys had desire of trying not to kill people and ambition of learn to be a vampire.
Right. But yeah, no, her short-term her short-term desire is to well, right now she's dealing with because she had a goal. She goaled like 3 guys to get through the COVID closures. Um,
And she
but
did.
she doesn't like blocking free will. Yeah, she doesn't like blocking free will. So her short-term thing is to not be a hypocrite.
Okay.
And then but as far as long-term, she really does want to lessen the impact that their world has on the human world.
Lessen kindred impact on mortal world. Anything else you want to say on the subject before we move on?
No, not really.
Okay. And who do we not do? Jack?
Yep.
What is Jack's
Jack.
short-term desires and long-term ambition?
Okay. Well, my initial ambition was to survive as a vampire, and desires to keep family safe. But I actually think those really should have been flipped.
Okay.
The long term was to keep family safe, and the ambition was just, hey, I need to survive right now. That was my initial when I started. 20 years from now, the core of the ambition is still to keep my family safe. But how that has changed, or I should say instead developed, is what that means in practical terms is reach higher positions of power and destroy the Sabbat in the areas that, like, at the local level. Basically, the idea of if we can establish the Carmilla across the border and sort of expand it, that will keep my family safe from the threat of the Sabbat, which risked all their lives when my
Which
identity
was
was
the
compromised.
reason why you had to stop being a cop and they had to go in hiding. So, yeah.
Yep. And my desire towards, and that also means becoming sheriff.
Okay.
So, like, sheriff is not like super important right now, but I don't think Alex is up to the task because he's not. We need some discipline. We need some order. My short-term desire is seeing how sloppily this operation has gone. Like with Hector rolling into rooms and people not really sure on formations and like we're having to verbalize everything. My short-term desire is, God dang, we need to get everybody trained and we need to get together a system for our combat unit so that we can form effectively and quietly.
Coterie in combat. Yep, that sounds
Yes.
good. Okay, anything else you want to talk about?
Oh, including that, though that's basically part of the coterie. Hector's ghouls, obviously they're an extension of the coterie.
Yeah.
But I need to train them too.
Yep.
I need to basically turn them into a paramilitary unit. Hector has obviously covered the close combat, but I need to get them all armed with long rifles, and I need to get them trained on how to use them. Long rifles will be much more effective than handguns because they're much easier to use and more deadly.
And safer for mortals. Okay.
Yeah.
I kind of want to change mine because I feel like my ambition's fine, but I feel like that's not a short-term desire.
Okay.
That's more of just like all the time, and I think it goes with the ambition anyway. Because if my secret came out, I probably wouldn't get the ambition, so they kind of go together.
So what is your short-term desire?
So I think my short-term desire would be more of like building a relationship with the coterie, of them understanding that I'm different now. Like I've gone through like a big change, and still having that having a good respect for me, I guess. Like, we respect each other and we trust each other, but them understanding that there's a love. I don't know how to explain it. Like, there's trust and respect, but maybe they're also a little bit, I don't want to say scared because that's not the right word, but they have a little bit of
caution.
You know what I'm trying to get at? Yeah. I guess.
Yeah. Okay.
Something like that. I don't know how to word it.
Yeah, you want to make sure that they learn who you are now, that you're not the same person you were 20 years ago.
Yeah. I guess that's a good way of putting it. Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. But there's still trust and respect in the relationship.
All right. And as we cut out, I want to give all 4 of you, I would include Jimmy in this. In fact, we could ask for Jimmy's, short-term and long-term goals, but Craig's short and long-term goals are what you guys' were 20 years ago, and that's find out how to survive being a vampire and don't kill everybody.
Survive.
Right.
Yeah. So we're not going to worry about that for him yet. But all of you who are staying here to fight a werewolf, or the possibility of more than one werewolf, need to be prepared for your character to die next time.
I don't want to die.
Be afraid. If you don't want your character to die, then you are experiencing the fear of your character, because your character doesn't want to die either.
Okay.
But be prepared for it, because that's a possibility.
If we die, would it be like a Prince James thing where we're in torpor?
That depends on what hurt you. If it's the claws and teeth of a werewolf, then you are most likely no. Going in torpor is the kind of thing that happens when you're shot with bullets or beaten to death by somebody with a big stick.
Oh.
When a werewolf kills you, when a werewolf rips you apart, you meet the final death. The same as if you were burned alive. Well, not alive.
So,
but
like, we'd have to make a new character type of situation.
Yes.
Oh, shit.
That's what I'm warning you of.
Uh-oh. Hector better stop running and stuff.
So, I just want
Hector gotta
all
live life
4
the
of
way
you who
he
stayed. Jin,
Yeah, I know.
Craig didn't stay, so he doesn't really have to worry about this. But the rest of you who are staying, well, Jessica didn't stay either. So, but those of you who stayed, for the potential of fighting a werewolf, well, really for even if it wasn't a werewolf, the potential of combat with something else that is supernatural, need to be prepared for your character to die. Especially when you're fighting something that all of your elders are afraid of.
I just figured out who Mila is. Mila just figured out who Mila is.
These are the thoughts that are going through your characters' heads right now, as you're waiting for a werewolf and maybe his werewolf friends to show back up.
We can disengage if we think it's too bad, but because hopefully we get the jump on them, so we'll have to make that call if they remain concealed, whether or not we want to move in.
Unfortunately for us, we've had good combat outcomes in the past, so I think we also have a lot more confidence than we should.
That's quite possible. So that is the reason I'm telling you this now. We've gone through every single time that lupines were brought up. Your elders told you to be extremely careful and to avoid them.
This is true.
So I can't give you guys a werewolf to fight, fudge the numbers, and let you win all willy-nilly with no risk. Yeah. That would hurt the story even more than if we have a TPK.
I don't know if it's possible. I think we should be reaching out through Emily to I don't even think it's possible on this short notice, but maybe talk to Adam under the bridge and say, hey, what the fuck, Sabbat with werewolves?
Isn't he gone?
Under the bridge has been missing.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jessica's
They've been trying
actually
to
the
find
one.
him.
Well, you guys might not know that. You might think that Emily is the better contact, but Emily and Jessica both are the contact for him. And it's been, what, like 15 years since anybody's heard from him?
Oh, wow. Well, there
You
goes
guys might
that.
not know that, though. If you want to call Emily, she'll tell you that. So now you know.
All right, well, do we get any XP this session?
Yes,
XP?
everybody gets 1! 1 XP! Count it.
I'm no
What?
longer negative.
That's right.
I guess
You paid me back. We're good
Oh.
now. What?
Yeah.
Who?
Jessica, I loaned her 1 XP.
Oh, cool.
She didn't use it.
You and I
anyway,
still
so
have
it
to
didn't
figure
really
out
do
where
it.
I'm at, right?
Where-
Oh, I never
where
thought
you're at with
about
what?
the other one.
Listen, don't you and I have to figure out where we're at? Like, I don't think we've come to a tally on everything.
Oh, on your experience?
After all the adjustments. Yeah, on all the adjustments, like,
I
because
think
of...
I think we got you set. The only thing is,
oh, really?
really, your ghouls should really cost you like a hell of a lot more than you paid. So that's why I'm being kind of cautious, and I'm going to make sure that that Hector suffers the in-game penalties of having a lot of ghouls. That's why I had you start with higher blood, with higher hunger, and I'm have some other things in mind to that would actually be real lessons in this situation for Hector to learn, how many ghouls is enough and how many ghouls is too many. So yeah, no, I'm perfectly happy with the way it is, but in a way I kind of have given you a flaw of too many ghouls. So but no, just let it play out. I mean, I like the idea of the way it's going. So
Awesome.
Cool game.
I also, I mean, even if you guys fight Sabbat with no vampires, even if you fight one Sabbat who's got like 5 ghouls, there's a good chance one of your ghouls is gonna die. And I kind of want to see Hector go through that too. So, no, I have no problem with you having like 8 ghouls for only a 5-point cost in retainer right now.
Okay.
Because I think it's going to be a progress where Hector will eventually change his mind. It might, we might play for a year before he gets to that point, but I think it's a process, and I think it's actually something in character that makes sense. So yeah, let's go through it.
Cool. And one more thing, by the way, I don't know if even this is the time to have this conversation, but I will say really briefly that so Hector will be okay with, obviously, he'll welcome having his ghouls tactically trained to take rooms and be able to, to know how to clear a room and all that stuff. But one of the things where him and Jack are going to disagree is, I think Jack is still functioning in this human mindset or he's thinking about his powers or the weapons that he employs. So he's approaching tactics from that perspective. But I don't think Jack may see this as sloppy, but to Hector, he's like, this is my strong suit. I bust in the room faster than anybody can react. I don't need cover like other people do because I'm really good at rapid reflexes and dodging, and he doesn't carry guns, so he has to catch people by surprise with speed and brute strength.
Yep, that's kind of a
his
conversation I'm looking forward to having in character too. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So I'll hold off on that. But so you won't meet resistance on the ghouls, but these two are gonna have. If Jack tries to just make a, Hector
try to turn you into a shotgun
like
marine
squad,
or something. Yeah.
Exactly. He's gonna I'm Wolverine basically. This is what I do. You got to use me in the fastball special, or
You can even. Hector will be able to bring that up. That's a reference he should be aware of.
Yep.
So, all right.
Well, that'll
I think
be
we're
a
done.
good in-game conversation
I
to have.
have a question. Can we use experience points to buy more traits, like higher strength and stuff?
Yeah, that's what it's for.
Okay, how much does that cost?
Times 5 per trait level.
Yeah, I think it's 5 for trait level. 3 for
So everyone should
3
be a
for
minimum of
abilities, 5
1.
for attributes, for traits.
And skills
But-
would be the same then.
But you can't just take anything all willy-nilly. It needs to be something that you develop during the story.
Okay.
If it's something that you are trying to develop and the story isn't really pointing in that direction, then we need to make sure that we bring up that you are taking active training in it.
Okay, so today I was really reading about using that scorpion touch, which is where you can make your blood poisonous, and then I would put it all over the blade of my knife, and now that knife is poisonous. But
Okay.
the roll for me, it's strength and something I forgot. Strength and blood potency, I believe.
Okay.
So my strength's only a 2.
Your blood potency is a 1.
Oh, I thought it was higher. Isn't that the... Or blood sorcery, I mean, not potency.
Oh, blood sorcery, okay.
Hmm.
That makes
And
sense.
so I was thinking, well, I mean, if my kills are all melee kills,
Mm-hmm.
but they're also not like fighting, they're like slitting the throat.
Yep.
So I don't know if I would have.
There will be situations where you are in a strength fight.
Okay, so would it make sense
if your
that
initial strikes, if your initial melee strikes with dexterity, don't finish your opponent, you have a fair chance of ending up in a strength battle instead of a dex battle.
Okay. So would it make sense from over the last 20 years that I got more strengths or no?
What?
Or that's something
What
we
is
can
your
kind
strength?
of work. Right now it's a 2.
Yes, you can raise it to 3.
Okay, I'm gonna do that, and that
You still
costs
have-
5.
No, it'll be 15.
That costs 15.
Because it's
Oh,
5
it's
times the level of increase.
Yeah,
So
5
since
times
you're
the
upping
new
it to
level.
level 3, it's times
Okay,
3
yeah,
times 5.
I'll wait then, and I probably won't end up doing it then because I want to buy that ritual. Okay.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Yep, that sounds
So,
like a lot,
Sestonn,
don't it?
did I-
Enjoy your new 1 point on your way to 15.
No, I'm like, never mind. She's never gonna get stronger.
I mean, you can rouse your blood and raise your strength by 2.
Oh, that's right. I can do that. That's right. That's what she would do then. Okay, I forget about that. There's
That
so
still
many little...
only makes you a 4. I mean,
Yeah,
which is
but
pretty
still.
strong for a human, but for
I
a
mean-
vampire that roused his strength, it's really not that great. But
But
yeah,
it's
that makes you quite
double.
strong. Yeah, it does give you. Yeah, it does. It'll end.
If
It'll
I'm gonna
end you up
use
with
my-
6 dice on that instead of 4.
Yeah.
Keep in mind that the way your character is statted, your most important strength is willpower. You probably want to spend willpower like almost all the time. Because keep in mind that we, at the start of every session, not story or anything, at the start of every session, you recover willpower equal to the highest of your resolve or composure. And both of those are your high stats.
Right.
So willpower is your thing. You don't need big dice pools because you're going to re-roll your failures.
Oh, that's true. That makes sense too. Okay.
You say willpower refills at the beginning of every gaming session?
Yes, not all the way, but I mean, you guys don't use. I don't call for anywhere near enough dice rolls for you guys to have. You know, until I start calling for more dice rolls, you should just be using your willpower. Because let's see, how many dice rolls did I call for you guys? Like 5
Not a
across
lot
all
today.
of you. Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They tend to be more role play.
Now, when we actually have a combat thing, yeah, then you definitely want to use it.
Rules are
And
going to be all
maybe
over the place.
maybe you'll actually be using enough willpower to, you know, to that maybe you don't recover all of it the next session, and that'll be cool. The first time that happens will be awesome. Also, you can take willpower damage. Social combat is done. You take willpower damage instead of physical damage, and yeah, I guess that's it. I had another thing to say, but I lost it. So.
Okay. In fight, like, let's say, I'm going to say Hector, because, you know, Hector runs into stuff. Let's say Hector and another kindred are fighting,
Okay.
and I can raise the hunger of the other kindred. How does that help necessarily? Like, does it make it so he's not fighting as well?
You could put him to frenzy. You can make it so that it's too expensive for him to want to make rouse checks.
But if he's frenzy, isn't he stronger? And he might even be like...
Frenzy doesn't make you stronger.
You just can't control yourself, so you may go after friends and stuff, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
And in a hunger frenzy, you're looking for mortals. You're looking for humans. You're not looking for vampires.
Oh, that's okay. All right. I'm just trying to think how to be best helpful.
Not even if you're into Diablerie, so like.
I mean, well, to me, yeah, but that's no. But from what the book says, because it's the beast. It's not you. It's the beast, and vampires are made to feed from humans.
What if I got somebody into frenzy and then the lupine is bleeding? Is there a possibility of that?
He's going to want to feed from humans.
He's only going to want to feed from humans.
Yes.
Okay.
And you can't get him into frenzy. Even getting him to 5 points does not make him make a hunger frenzy check. If he takes a rouse for anything, he'll have to make a hunger frenzy check. And if he gets any... You know, if he gets the scent of blood or the taste of blood, he'll have to make a hunger frenzy check.
Okay.
Which is likely to happen, given combat.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Let's make sure I understand everything.
Yeah, so I see my character sheet says I have experience to spend of 3. So you already did that.
I did
for
not
me,
give
then,
you one, no. You must have 3 left from last time. I didn't give anybody the 1. I expected you all to.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm asking. Like, so when we calculate, like, did you calculate this for me, or
I should have?
Did I do this? I don't remember.
I don't know.
Yeah.
In my head, it's
because I was wondering. Okay, good. So then I have 3 plus the 1 today. I actually still have 4 experience.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. Okay.
I mean, I guess I could sit down and calculate it and make sure it's right. But in my head, we had to figure. I mean, maybe I did it. I don't remember. But in my head, I wasn't waiting for us to do it. It was figured out. Maybe I did it. I don't know.
Okay. So I'll add 1 now, make it 4, and then add 1 to total experience?
Yep.
Oh, I didn't add 1 to total.
So we should all be 29?
Everybody but Jack. He's missing 2 because he's missed 2 sessions.
Okay.
Ooh. I mean, he doesn't even really want to spend his anyway, so... We finally got around to spending some today. Took Jack 20 years to learn something. What did you learn? I don't remember. You learned level 1 presence. I think that's kind of neat.
Yeah, I did a lot of stat boosts.
And he learned like first dots in a couple of things, like leadership and.
I rounded out a lot of skills. Improved my combat through improving my handgun.
Yeah.
That kind of thing.
What I learned.
What'd you say?
I learned all blood stuff.
Oh yeah, no. Jessica learned 2 things off of her lore sheet.
Okay, did they? I don't think they made it to my character sheet though.
I wrote them down on something. I think I did it.
Yeah, because I was looking at my character sheet. I was trying to find it because I was wanting to find out if I could use something.
Scroll back up. Oh, computer, you're so slow trying to do things. I really hope that the recording is working. I'll go find out in a minute. Come on, computer.
You would have put it under.
I put it under merits. Sent the bond and destroy the bond.
Merits is on the core sheet.
Yeah, it's on the chronicle page. We also need to name your mask. Who you are as a mortal therapist. Now. So come up with that over the next couple of weeks.
And what does he do?
Alright.
Because you're Jessica in Kindred Society, but in the mortal world, you're somebody else now.
Okay.
Uh,
I'll name her Velma Kincaid. That sounds like a fun name.
all right, cool. Just pop that into the box on the other side of mask. Since we're not using that space anyway. Okay. Anybody else have anything for me, or are we done?
I do have from one of the things I'm looking at here is for Rores. This I wonder if this is, depending on who shows up, this might be a time to call them in.
They want to come to depose a tyrant.
Yeah, if we're talking about Sabbat coming in to
No, the
pairing with
Sabbat is
werewolves,
not
or...
a tyrant.
Okay, gotcha. So then not appropriate.
Maybe, like, if you could have called them to go to war with Rodrigo. You know, that kind of situation, but not just some anti-tribute gangrel.
What happened to Rodrigo again? Is he still hanging around, or he was killed?
To the best of you guys' understanding, he up and left the same way Mother did, not very much after her.
Okay. All right, so there's no tyrant at issue now, so I'll wait further.
Yeah, the closest thing you guys have to a tyrant issue is Goldman, and it's really not that bad. At least not given the moment. I mean, Goldman isn't any more a tyrant than any normal Ventru lord. Vincent isn't really. Felix, the Sabbat boss, maybe, but he's not the tyrant that Rodrigo was. So the closest thing you guys have seen in your 20 years of a tyrant is Rodrigo, and in your backstory, the Prince of Austin.
Okay.
Which I never named, or we never really developed that. And he's not dead, but you guys did get together a full Anarch cell, and he's not happy. But he's not dead, and he's lost quite a bit of Austin. He's lost a lot of his power, but he hasn't been hunted down and killed yet. Okay. But it may just be a matter of time. A city that was his is now only like half his. Okay. Anyone else have any questions before I shut off Vampire Brain?
Nope.
Okay. Then I guess that's it. Let's cut off the recording, and hopefully it recorded. If it recorded, bye. All right, let's shut that off. Stop recording.